I'm gonna find out where I am right
I reached
now.
my waypoint and almost died. It's like, oh, that was fun. And there's not even a carrier there. It's like, oh, that's
Really?
fun too.
You almost died in the game for once? You never do that.
Because you jump into the system to one star, but it's orbiting a much larger star. So I almost hit that. Like, oh, okay. Neat.
This is episode 20 then. We haven't had an episode since the
Uh,
18th of July, right before my birthday. That's right. That's how it is.
I don't
So,
remember which number it is, but yeah.
yeah, this is episode 20 if it'll be live. If it's not. See, don't swear in the first few seconds. Sorry, 10 minutes. Can't swear. I gotta practice not swearing for the first 10 minutes or whatever, or 7 minutes. I think they changed it to 7 minutes, but I'm not there yet. I'm not monetized, so I can swear if I want to right now. But um, yeah, let's discuss podcast. So, so I gotta make okay, okay, just a second. I'll find out where I am in a second. Um, gotta open that up. I wish I could do this without having to be live. Like, I mean, gotta open that up. Okay, so, oh yeah, yeah, great. I need to hear your voice, so.
Hello, hello. I don't know if this is where we're supposed to go to.
Wonderful. Your voice always comes over really well on stream. So that's a great thing.
I think that's a
Let's
psychological thing because everyone doesn't like to hear their own voice. They're like, oh, I sound like that? What? Everyone
no,
says that.
no, you like your voice, don't you? I'm pretty sure you like your own voice. You know your voice is good. I don't I don't think it's everybody. I think most people do, yeah. Let's discuss Space Marine chapters. There we go.
Space Marines.
You weren't here yet because I was late probably. And or they'll come in later.
I don't want to fly to a neutron star. God damn it.
Don't do the neutron dance. Oh god, I'm sorry. I don't know that reference. It's just how it is. Am I going to private group? Is that what I'm doing? Or did I crap?
Oh.
Wait. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I did it right.
Oh yeah, did you land at the Rocksteady yet? Is that where you are?
I went there. Yeah, I think I need. Yeah, I needed new. Yeah, I needed new coordinates from you figured out. Or do I have a map? Yeah, I'm at Rocksteady right now. Yeah. Wait, maybe you did plan it, and there's like 200 something. Oh yeah, you gave me a plotted route, and I think it's like 200 something jumps. I guess this is something I could play in between podcast episodes, or else I won't get there till like the freaking 30th episode. 200 something jumps only during our.
No, I'm gonna catch up with you soon.
I think you'll surpass me. Oh, let's
Well, it kind
discuss.
of defeats the point of like meeting each other somewhere.
Oh yeah, we are gonna. That's right.
Otherwise, just stay there and I'll go there.
No, no, no. Well, how far are you from getting here?
I don't remember where you are. Are you at the Rocksteady?
Yeah, I can give you my coordinates. Uh, thank you for the
I have
tea.
them.
Thank you for the peppermint
The
tea.
DSSA map.
Okay, I can give you. My destination is Kokoda. I can send this to you right now in your message. You can see I have 266 jumps. I mean, I kind of want to jump for 266
What's
jumps.
your destination?
I just sent it to you, but it's Kokodo.
What?
Kokodo.
No, that's back in the
266
bubble.
jumps.
That's back in
Yeah,
the
you
bubble. You
sent me
didn't.
to the bubble. That's what you gave
No.
me. You sent me back to. You're gonna send me
Okay.
back to the bubble.
All right. Quit. Stop it for a second. You did that to see how far from the bubble you were.
Oh well, then if you want to give me a different route, I'll do that.
Probably because you
Sure.
were being impatient about. I don't have a route yet. I'm just gonna enter
No,
random
I
stuff.
entered what you said. I don't know what I did. You'd have to refer to the last episode. I'll do if you want to
Previously
give.
on Let's Discuss.
Yeah, right. If you want to give me a
Yes.
different
If you're at the
plot.
Rocksteady, the next waypoint is the neutron star one,
Oh, well, then
and that
give
can
me.
kill people. So I don't really want to go there.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Don't send me to where I'll die. That'd be a great idea not to do.
Like I don't even want to go there. Fuck that.
Okay, yeah. I kind
Um,
of wouldn't mind though going to the bubble and starting over again. But then couldn't you see me along the way somewhere if you happen to see my ship nearby? Or do you want to go somewhere else? I mean,
so we went
I'm
to
down for
Omega.
whatever. So in tonight's episode, after we get ourselves
What's
sorted,
this one?
we're going to be discussing Space Marine chapters. And I did do one quick look. I didn't even use ChatGPT. I mean, I never use ChatGPT, but I didn't even use ChatGPT. It's just I made notes of the chapters, and I'll ask questions about those. Not like a quiz. I mean, I'll go over them and tell you which ones I learned, and you can correct me. And then we'll be able to talk about the Primarchs as well for
I
each
can
one.
tell you which ones are terrible.
Yeah, no, don't spoil it. No spoilers yet. We got to
Some of
figure out
them
this
are.
jump thing.
Some of them suck.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
this thing over here?
I saw some that I
Um,
might be more lean toward, and I guess some of them don't even exist. This video covered a lot of the ones that do. I'd like to hear your thoughts on them when we get there. So if you're just new to this, we've done a podcast. We were on hiatus because I was busy on my life went to whatever on my birthday, and for a couple of weeks or months, I don't know. But this will be our 20th episode today. Episode 20.
Yay!
Yeah, can't even believe that. 20 episodes of whatever this is. I have to say though, after this one, I'm kind of really looking forward. Even though I'm playing the hell out of Space Marine. Well, right now, No Man's Sky has me hooked. But I can't wait to see what kind of spacey science one we go to next. After, because for those new to this, we go back and forth generally between science, space, like it's all space all the time, but and sci-fi. So or both in an episode. We go all, it all depends. But we haven't even talked about what we would do next week if we did. I'm kind of curious what we would do.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I have no idea.
It's to be determined.
Yeah, so that should be.
Stop it, Galaxy Map. Holy crap.
Right now, he's trying to find where I should go. Straight to hell. I don't think that's what he's doing.
What's this place?
I'm gonna try to share the playlist for this as well. Not as a podcast, but as a. Oh, it is a. Uh, we tend to warm up in this, as in like we get better as we go along throughout the episode. And remember, we've been on hiatus, so if you're bored about podcast playlist, um, if you're wondering when it gets good usually about the 3 hour mark. I'm just kidding. Oh yeah, I'm not going to the Friday night list, so however long we get going, if we get going, that if you're when if we get into a groove, I don't need to stop the groove. We don't have to stop dancing if we start dancing. Just saying.
Like, I need to sleep at some point.
Well, I'm aware of that, but I know some of the times I've cut it short when you're still ready to go, like and it's 10:30 or something. I'm like, I gotta go. You know, I won't go to the unless you want me to stop by 11. I mean, it's good either or. Did you figure out where you're gonna send me then? I'm at. Why do I hear crickets in space?
I'm trying to find this. I have an icon on the Galaxy Map, and no matter how much I zoom in or how many bookmarks I click, it's like, nope, you can't. Nope, you still didn't get to which system that is. You can't figure it out. I
This is
don't
where
know.
I am for those who play Elite Dangerous. This is where I
I have to look up.
am.
There's no
Right?
GPS in space.
There's no turn right at the next solar system. If you've hit the black hole, you've gone too far. I'm
Yeah,
in the
Blue Star.
Sanguinius Rim. That's where I am, right? Sanguinius Rim.
That's actually kind of funny because, wait, where are you?
Sanguinius Rim, aren't I? Maybe not. Mm-hmm. Or is that where I'd have to go? Is that where? Wait. I'm in Proe Haipu FU, no, FH.
Sanguinius is one of the Primarchs. I think you're like,
Yeah, I know. That's
worlds are
what I
colliding
mean.
here. And I was like, what?
Yeah. Isn't he though? Wasn't he for the? Well, we'll get there. Oh, that's so great that some of the names of the Primarchs relate to stars. I mean, galaxy systems. This is exciting. Synchronicity. This is gonna be great. It's 7:28. Friday, August 15th, 2025 for this episode. I mean, it's not 2025 for this episode, but this is the time here. No, it's not. It's 7:28. What the hell am I doing? I can't read my phone. Friday, August 15th, 2025. Oh, that's a year. We're in the year 2025. Can you believe it? I can't. Can you believe it? I can't. Why are we already here? Where
Maybe
are...
that's.
But you see where I am, right? We're trying to plot a point to this podcast. No, plot a point to the for me to fly to, because 266 jumps to the bubble is all good and well, but probably not what we're going to do. So the discussion tonight is Space Marine chapters. I have some notes. Notes, not from ChatGPT, because I didn't even bother to take time to do that, because I've been playing No Man's Sky.
Good.
Yeah.
Off the cuff is better than ChatGPT.
Yeah. But all I've got is I'll briefly go over them. Don't say anything yet. We'll go over them later. Like, please, I just want to share with people what I've written from a YouTube video that I forgot to attribute. I think it's I'm not. I guess I should attribute it. It was called. It's Out of My History on this thing, but it was great. Just take my okay. The first chapter is Dark Angels. The 2nd and 11th legions were purged after the Horus Heresy or before the Horus. I don't know. We'll get into that. I don't know. Brad will correct me later. The 3rd is Emperor's Children. The 4th is Iron Warriors. 5th is White Scars. 6th is the Space Wolves. 7th is the Imperial Fists. 8th is the Night Lords. Some of these don't exist anymore. 9th is the... Well, I don't know. I'm getting there. 9th is the Blood Angels. 10th is the Iron Hands. And then I have a question mark, because then now the guy's no longer putting numbers to them. A question mark. World Eaters, previously known as World Hounds. Ultramarines, which has Guilliman, and I believe I play as an Ultramarine in Space Marine 2, right?
That is correct.
That's the handsome Titus.
Titus is an Ultramarine.
Yeah, Death Guard, but it said that was a thing, and I was like, but doesn't he get sent to the Death Guard? And I'm like, but that doesn't make sense. And they were previously known as Dusk Raiders, but we'll get into that, and that they used to send plagues before them. So I'm really curious how that fits into the freaking Space Marine 2, where he served for the Death Guard.
Titus gets sent to the Death Watch. That's a different.
Oh, see, that's why we have Brad here. Okay, the Death Watch is different than the Death Guard. Got it. Then we have Thousand Suns, which is a Psychers and Magnus the Red. And don't get me started about the Dreadnought, the Valis and Space Marine 2 that I'm always like want to cry over. And he's like, "Where's Magnus?" So like, I mean, Thousand Suns, Sons of Horus. They used to be known as Lunar Wolves, but obviously they were there for Horus, and then when Horus fell, I mean, obviously, Word Bearers. These are they were like the faith in crazy. Sorry, but they're crazy. Okay, like religious zealots and whatever. Then we got the Salamanders. They were bladesmiths who endured they're the ones with compassion. They would save people and blah, blah, blah. I've already heard about the Salamanders. Raven Guard, they're good at stealth.
Sneaky peekies.
Yeah. Then we got Alpha Legion. They used to sabotage and blah, blah, blah. And something note that I can't read. I don't know. Oh, so they had twin Primarchs. They had twin Primarchs.
So that list you just read off is the first founding legions.
First founding legions. So there's more chapters than this? So let me put this. First founding legions.
Yeah, those, including 2 and 11, who were
Wiped from there, then I'm
destroyed
so
or wiped out.
curious.
Sorry, they're wiped from Imperial records, so there's no official, like, what happened to them.
But do people know what they were? Is that part of the mystery?
It's part of the mystery.
Oh, but what if they? Okay.
It's essentially like, hey, remember those Roman legions that suffered to the Germanic tribes, and they
No.
just so in like ancient Rome, like the Roman army went towards what is now Germany, and was like, we want that land too. Go to the fucking Roman Empire, give us all that stuff. And the Germanic tribes allied and totally destroyed entire legions that were sent to them. And as part of a I guess they didn't want to admit that they lost to barbarians, so they like just wiped them from record. Those
Oh.
legions never existed, kind of thing. So that kind of idea, I think, just influenced the whole second and 11th legions, and the fact that
Oh.
there's no real or there's extremely little information about them. I know they've expanded upon it, but like back in my day, there was basically nothing about them except for records deleted by the Inquisition or whatever, that kind of shit. Like,
Got it.
redacted.
So wait.
CIA highlighted everything in black. You can't read it. There's no information. Just stop asking. It's that kind of vibe about them. But yeah, it's part of the
History
mystery.
repeats.
Like, hey, maybe you want to play as a chapter of Space Marines that descended from them, and you can make up your own story about them, because there is no official story about them that can't contradict anything you want to do.
That's kind of actually neat in a way. And
It's a fun
making
part
it
of
two
them.
means one of them could be more like you could idealize one being more for the one side and one being more for the other side. If they want to
Yeah.
do what you
I
want.
have a waypoint for you if you're ready.
I am ready.
Do you want it like spelled out verbally? Do you want it in a text? Do you want a screenshot? How do you want
My
this?
eyes are failing because of the ageism happening. So I'm gonna
Yep.
like I'll just
Can't
hit
stop the
the
arrow of time.
yeah. So let's go. Yeah, the arrow time hit me on the 25th of July. Let's go.
So SKA.
Oh, I remember I can hardly hear stuff sometimes. Ska?
You
We'll
can't
start
hear
with
and
ska.
you can't hear and you can't see. Okay.
It's getting bad. Okay? Ska? Got it?
UDAI space.
Types out the word space.
Message follows.
And then what?
So CH
There's no
hyphen E
dash? CHO hyphen B?
space
It would be funny to type out the word space. Go on.
D is in
Yeah.
Delta 1 4
Wait,
hyphen
another
3
B?
4. No,
One?
D is in Delta.
Oh. D? D. Okay, so CH hyphen B and then space and then D.
Yep. 1 4
Mm-hmm.
hyphen 3 4. And that's
Hyphen
it. I know if that takes you somewhere.
3, 4. Let's see if I can get there. Inner scriptum centaurus arm.
Did it take you to a system?
Yeah, and now I'm gonna
Okay.
try to plot
Because
it.
if you look, if you say you forgot a number or didn't spell it right, it won't take you somewhere. But if it takes you somewhere, then you made it.
Now I'm trying to plot it. It's plotting route.
Yep.
We're on our way. So, and going back to these, well, we're both playing Elite Dangerous, although I can tell you it was really hard for me not to say, can I play No Man's Sky? But then I would have been distracted more. So
There
we're
would
gonna
have been
have,
a lot of excited shouting and
especially if I see that cute
difficult conversation.
thingy again. Yeah. So I have 186 jumps to this one. So you only shaved off about 30 jumps for me. That's not bad though. So we're going somewhere else. Let's see what that looks like in the map, the galaxy map.
I'm 117.
Okay, well, I have 186. So I'm gonna start jumping. We're about to go off then. All right, so I got the Bradalax controller set up. Can we share that in the Discord for Elite play? No, nobody plays on console anymore, huh?
I mean, we are.
We are. Will there be any other console
There's several of us.
remaining out there? I'm gonna put in the Elite Dangerous Discord. I've kept this since I don't know when we played. It was a long time ago, but I'm sharing that in the
PC
Discord.
Master Race is a myth. It's just I like spending more to play video games. Like, okay,
Yeah.
you do you.
Now I don't even care. Like I don't even. I never cared anyway. But wait about space legs. But like, why would I care about space legs and delete dangerous? I'm sorry, elite dangerous. If I can play No Man's Sky, and there are
Yeah,
other games that people love. Like, why
that
would
was
you?
my thoughts behind it. I know
Yeah,
they're totally different games. Like, yeah, they're in space and you can explore the galaxy, but Elite
yeah,
Dangerous is way more realistic in like a fight sim, whereas No
yeah,
Man's Sky
totally.
is like kind of like arcadey survival space game.
But it's fucking
But I
beautiful.
don't. But I want space legs in No Man's Sky, and I don't want space legs in Elite Dangerous.
Yeah. So there you go.
So,
Next system in row. Oh, how do I get? How I? How do I go again?
mhm.
I'm forgetting how to fly in this game. Look, it's been a while. Let me look at my thing. Um, okay, so I am outside, starting up my ship. How do I do that?
You gotta
Train
put the
ship
keys
drive
in.
triangle. Yeah, like I'm doing nothing. Oh, I'm on a freight. Okay, so how do I get off the freight? How do I lift off?
Right? Are you like you're not in the space garage? You're like on the
I'm
deck kind
on
of thing.
top on
You see
deck. I
stars and
forget
stuff.
how to do. Yeah,
Hold up on your right stick.
nothing. Wow. Let's go back down and try again. Okay, so if you're taking off,
Oh, sorry. You have to like up on your D-pad.
oh, okay.
And I forgot you have to actually press launch, and then you can do it.
How do you press launch? Again, I'm trying to.
What
Okay, I'm
are
going up.
you?
Oh, auto launch. Let's go auto launch.
Oh yeah, you have that computer. I don't have that
Yeah,
installed.
yeah. I think that was a smart move, honestly.
I mean, if
Okay.
you forget how to take off, then yes.
Yes, very good. To have auto launch. Oh my gosh, it's been 73 bodies in here. It's a lot of bodies. Well, let's get away from. I'm gonna boost away. I wonder how many. Nope, don't want combat mode. How did
Nope.
I wonder. I must have scanned the system when I got here. I would imagine. Okay, so let's go over these chapters. I'm really curious. So with the first chapter, the Dark Angels, which is the outfit I wear, the green armor that in the DLC of Space Marine 2 that I wear, because it's all
Yeah.
decked out. Can you
So
tell me about?
these are the legions that when the Emperor started like, he basically took over Earth and consolidated power, and then started being like, I'm going to lead humanity to make a galactic kind of
Was he a tech
civilization.
bro?
He's like a shaman. He's like more than a tech bro.
Okay.
But I mean, if you're in the future using technology and stuff, you kind of have to be a tech bro. You can't really be Amish and lead a space
Yeah.
crusade.
True.
But there was a couple legions that you mentioned that used to be called like the Dusk Raiders or whatever.
Yeah.
So while the Emperor was commanding them, they had alternate names. And I think we talked about this last time, where the gods of chaos scattered the Primarchs across the galaxy, so
Yeah.
their legions weren't with their progenitor Primarchs. And in that kind of intervening time until they met up with them again, they had alternate names, Dusk Raiders, and I honestly can't remember because they're only really referenced in that kind of narrow slice of time in between they were created and they found their space dads.
The space stats.
But it is like I know some players kind of explore that, Like I don't have a.
You don't have a space stat?
No, but like they don't talk about like the current Legion names. They say that they built an army about that kind of in the before time.
Okay.
Because they have different color schemes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I saw that. I made some notes about the color schemes, like green armor for the Dark Angels.
And yeah, on that note, a lot of chapters changed color schemes since the Heresy. Like the Dark Angels were black in the Horus Heresy. Their armor was black, and they had a lot of like checkerboard markings.
Oh shit! I'm already hitting the sun.
Yeah, don't hit the sun.
Well, I don't remember the frame shift thingy. Blah blah blah.
And the Dark Angels changed their paint to green to represent their home planet of Caliban.
Okay, got it.
So there's stuff like that. Like, oh, I miss home, so I'm gonna paint my armor like my home. Guess some stuff happened to it. That's spoiler alert.
Yeah, I saw some of them got a bit dark after some things, and there was one that I found interesting. They went when they were their gene seed was fucked with, that they were so fucked up that that their Primarch had to kill them all. So there's a lot of stuff out there in just one video. Imagine if I did my homework sooner.
That might have been one of those that
disappeared. That was
the disappearing legions. It was so like genetically corrupted that they were destroyed, and part of the like cover up to be like, oh well.
Oh no, they were named.
This person. Yeah. Okay, well, who were they then? What do you mean? Because something like that happened to the Thousand Sons, but that was later. Stupid Ahriman.
What's it?
This'll fix everything. Oops.
I don't know. I can't read my writing anymore. Like, let me get out the magnifying glass, everyone. Magnifying glass. Because I write so tiny. I used to write so tiny. Let's see.
This episode is alternatively called "Getting Old Sucks."
It's fine. The plague thing, faith, blah blah blah, dark green, blah blah blah, black armor, turn. I don't know. It was one of them though. It was in the video. I should have recommended the video to people.
Or taking legible notes.
Look, legible notes are overrated. So,
disputed facts.
How do I bring up the space radio? Triangle and R1. I have to be in frame shift going. Okay, so Dark Angels. More about them. Who was their Primarch?
The Primarch of the Dark Angels was Lionel Johnson.
Ooh, sounds like a president.
It's actually based on like a poet, I think, or something like that, or a poem.
Oh, all right. Sorry, I nearly got on fire my first jump. I almost should go back. I'm down in 98% hull on my first jump. Yeah, restart. Oh well.
So yeah, Dark Angels Primarch was Lionel Johnson. Their kind of overall army theme was advanced technology, and I think they were used to like nuke aliens really well.
The Dark Angels?
They were like the they got some of the best technology. They got some of the best technology because they were the first Legion. That's why they have lots of plasma guns and stuff like that. Their trope is using plasma a lot.
Yeah, I don't use the plasma stuff as an angel. I like the chainsword.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bolt gun. So the second one is one of the disappeared or non-existent.
Yeah.
Do we want to go?
Records deleted.
Records deleted. The third, Emperor's Children. My notes say. Let me get this. Turn to chaos. They wear purple and gold. What I learned was they originally protected the Emperor. They were like the Emperor's Emperor's guard.
They did so well in their service to the Emperor that they were the only ones that were allowed to wear the Imperial Eagles on their armor.
Oh. And
It
then
was
the
kind of like
sun.
a very, like a high status kind of
Oh, aren't they
symbol of
fancy?
rank.
What's a little star?
Yeah, gold star for my
You know
Emperor
what?
bros.
Well, also I found a
And
little star.
their shtick was like pursuit of perfection
Oh,
is kind of
not
the
good.
thing.
Perfectionists. So if you're
But
a perfectionist,
that was one of their, like, part of their downfall was they were so obsessed with being perfect. It eventually kind of twisted into.
yeah, they turned to
Um,
chaos. Why did they turn to chaos?
I think, what was it?
Purple and gold. The Emperor's children turned to gold.
There was a lot of like simpler original stories that talked about their downfalls and stuff, and that's been a lot more like fleshed out in the novels and stuff. And I haven't read the novels because there's a lot of them.
We can always come back to the stuff
Um,
when more people come in that are nerdy about their factions.
but the
They know
Emperor's
what to
Children
back.
part was kind of the whole Fall to Chaos was based on the we're perfectionists and we need to keep
Things.
basically obsessing over perfectionism and having to have uh, just like more of that
Things be
kind of twisted into uh, excess.
Oh,
Like,
so did they turn to Slaanesh Shafter? I know
they
one of
did.
them. I'm not
They did.
surprised then.
And part of it is like they have Noise Marines in 40k, and their background was the like screams of their enemies and the din of battle and like guns firing and explosions and all that. That kept like basically that stimulus kind of kept them going, and they wanted more of that. And eventually they get numb to that kind of constant sounds of warfare, and they just wanted more of that, and it kept getting like it snowballed into they needed more like audio stimulus and visual stimulus to kind of I don't know keep them going, I guess, and like
To do it for
all
them?
that shit. Yeah, so a lot of like really wild color patterns on their armor,
I like the
extreme
purple and
sounds
gold
and stuff like
colorway
that.
though.
Purple and gold is their like heresy era colors.
Do they still exist?
They
The
still
thing, or
exist.
did they?
The Emperor's Children are Chaos Marines in 40k now.
Oh, so they're
And
the ones I killed that are in pretty beautiful armor that I like.
they're typically in like pink or black armor,
Yeah, and this pink ribbon.
and they use like sonic weapons. That's a part of their like I need more sound. The things are about to get loud now. Meme is about Noise Marines.
Aw, okay. Well, that's cool. We're just doing a light overview of them to begin with, guys. And then the fourth one, the Iron
Next.
Warriors. I didn't put anything beside them.
Maybe the best ones.
Why?
I don't know. I just say that because I like them.
Okay, tell me why you like them and what about them and who's their primer?
Their primer. Oh yeah, I didn't say the primer for the Emperor's Children. That
Yeah.
was
Was their primer
Fulgrim.
the Emperor?
Fulgrim.
Oh, Fulgrim. Didn't he take them over underhand when, like, he took them in his hands after they were no longer working for the Emperor? Is that it?
No, like Fulgrim was there. Every legion had
That
basically
was
a genetic progenitor.
Iron within, iron without, says Soup. Hey, Soup, welcome, Campbell. Yeah. Campbell Soup. This is not sponsored by
Good old
Campbell
Iron
Soup.
Soup. Nope.
Iron within, iron without, so that's the Iron Warriors.
That's the like saying of the Iron Warriors, who are basically bitter, hardworking assholes. Who their thing was grinding on the enemy with sieges and artillery bombardments and kind of sacrificial infantry charges and things like that. So like they don't care about their own troops; they just want to get the job done. To the point that
sounds like production workers in factories. I've been there, done that.
They kept being assigned to the really grueling campaigns because they were actually pretty effective at it with their carelessness. And that eventually made them bitter about, we're getting all the hard jobs and everyone else gets to go home early or whatever. So that like that twisted them, and they fell to chaos because of that kind of thing.
All
Their
of
colors are silver, and they have a lot of like the yellow and black kind of striping, like construction vehicles or
Oh yeah, I saw that like Hazard or
hazard
yeah,
stripes. Yeah.
yeah.
So that's their thing. I
I,
started collecting them because they had rules in Third Edition where they could take tanks that no other Chaos armies could have. And I'm like, yeah, tanks.
oh, so they're ones that you collect. That's neat.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you guys collect certain ones that we're talking about, let me know about it. Or remember, there's a Discord you can share them in if you already haven't.
And yeah, the whole being bitter about people that don't work as hard as you, that
That's relatable for a lot of
relatable.
blue collar.
Relatable.
So Iron the never even pledged loyalty to a chaos god. Oh yeah, that they didn't pledge allegiance to the chaos god, but aren't they one of the factions that they'll do stuff for chaos, but they don't care about chaos. They like don't care about either one. They're just so mad at the imperial.
They
I mean, the
fell to
emperor that they
chaos
don't care.
they fell to chaos in the sense that after the heresy, when the loyalist legions were like, "F you traitors, go away," they all got driven into the Eye of Terror, which is, long story short, that's where chaos lives. So they got driven into the Chaos Patch with all the other Chaos Legions, but they don't
really
worship the Chaos Gods
yeah.
like the Emperor's children fell to Slaanesh specifically, or the Death Guard fell to Nurgle.
They're just there to
Chaos Undivided is technically their faction, but they don't even really worship Chaos like Wordbearers worship the fuck out of Chaos.
Yeah, they're creepy.
In a Chaos Undivided sense, because they think they worship them like literal gods, whereas Iron Warriors are kind of like, yeah, whatever, Chaos. I'm just here because this is where I am now. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That sounds like you almost a little, or Iron Warriors, but no wonder you collect them. Okay. Fifth, white scars. White
Scars. Yep.
White armor with lightning.
Oh wait, we did this. I forgot the Primarch again. So Iron Warriors Primarch is Perturabo.
Who?
Perturabo.
What about it though?
People call him Peter Turbo because it's similar to how it's spelled.
Neat. Okay. So what's he do? Is he still around?
Yeah, he's cranky, living in the Eye of Terror as a.
So he doesn't even really want to be there. Oh, he's a demon.
Yeah.
Why? Why is he a demon?
All of the Traitor Primarchs basically ascended to demonhood.
Wow.
At some point in their past.
It's a part of their.
Well, it's kind of like they did stuff so either like powerful or twisted or whatever, or they're like devoted to their chaos gods and they want to impress them and do stuff for them. So like, okay, well, Angron, go collect 1,000,000 skulls. Like, okay, and then
he did that.
Korn says you get a promotion. Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's like, okay, thanks.
This is like an ELI5 of the Horus Heresy.
I don't know what EL5 is. EL5 is.
Explain like I'm 5. Have you been to Reddit before?
Oh no. Nah, Reddit is I have been to Reddit, it's just been
You might be on the wrong side of the tracks now. Anyway. White Scars.
Hey, I do.
White Scars,
yeah, Campbell Soup said we need more lore on the White Scars, says Callie.
We do, but White Scars kind of got forgotten for a long time. They were just like, oh, okay, they were the chapter that uses bikes. They're like, bikes, just go with them. Next. That was
really? That's what they did?
They were really kind of scant.
That's all I got was they had lightning. That's all I got, like white armor with lightning. What? I'm like, what?
White armor with like
who's
red.
Their daddy though? I'm gonna ask you who's their daddy for every single primer.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Their Primarch was Jagatai Khan.
Oh.
Because, the whole Mongol horde and cavalry and all that. Get it?
No.
Okay, read some history books. Anyway, they're basically based on, like, the Mongol horde.
I'm living in history. Got
True
it.
Facts.
We're going on the next one. We'll come back to all these. Don't worry, though. Anything more about White Scars? The Emperor told us his aspect is confusing. That sums up what we know about him and his legion. Oh, says Soup. So that's about the White Scars. That's all.
Well,
Callie said the Emperor told us his aspect is confusing. That sums up what we know about him and his legion about the White Scars. That's what he's saying, I believe. He says that they should have more lore for the White Scars.
yeah, I know you said that.
Yeah, so that's what I read to you. What he said. Anyway,
But they've made lore. There's still not a huge amount compared to some other legions. But during the heresy, they were kind of undecided on whether they would turn traitor or not because they weren't really happy with either side. They were kind of like, I'm caught in the middle of this argument, and you guys are both kind of fucking stuff up. So
yeah,
they did eventually turn loyalist. They are remain loyalists, I guess. And they help with the defense of the Emperor's Palace.
Still? Oh, well, okay. The sixth one is Space Wolves, and they wear, what, gray armor with the wolf? I like the wolf patch. I thought I'd like the wolves because I like wolves, but I don't really like stuff about them, really. So tell me about Space Wolves and their please.
Like I said, they've got gray armor. I think it's like brass trim or some kind of
yeah,
not very lustrous metal, something like that. Their Primarch is Leman Russ, or Lemon Russ, or however you want to pronounce that. They have like their kind of theme is wolves and Viking kind of background. They have lots of kind of rune.
Oh yeah, something like that. And aren't they like? I remember they're on a planet. They're on a planet now that's like ice and stuff, and they're more like they're more like, and they act more like wolves, as in they're more what is that called, packish than other.
Yeah, kind of feral.
Yeah, feral. Yeah.
I mean, you could almost say they have a flawed gene seed.
Oh,
Jerks.
What's their flawed gene seed? Oh, because they're feral?
They kind of.
He's giving me all these Reddit jokes.
No, it's like memes about Space Marine Legions stuff.
Why aren't you guys sharing memes about Space Marine Legions in the Discord so I'd understand this stuff? There's Space Marine memes in the Discord. I would have liked to have known some of this.
So the saying, there are no wolves on Fenris, is kind of a jab at the Space Wolves.
Because they're not actually wolves, it's like they're playing pretend? Is that why?
Their gene seed is kind of mutating them to wolves.
Fuck, that's my second time near the sun. All damage. Mutated into what, though?
What?
Mutated into what?
Into wolves.
Oh, okay. Seventh, the Imperial Fist.
Hey, whoa. It was like
What? Oh, there was no Primarch for the Space Wolves. Got it.
What?
Oh, wait, what's the Primarch for the Space Wolves?
I said at the start, his name's Lemon Russ.
Oh, yeah. He's forgettable.
I guess.
Okay. What more would you share about the Space Wolves?
Not only are they're kind of mutant jerks, but the Emperor used them to kind of attack other legions if he needed them to.
Why?
They were like his enforcers or his executioners.
Oh, well, why?
I don't know, as a contingency or some kind of thing like that. But they attacked the Thousand Sons during the heresy.
Oh, okay.
Attacked Prospero.
We haven't gotten to the Thousand
So boo Space Wolves. Boo Space Wolves. I said it.
But I like that they have wolves on their armor. Okay. The seventh one was Imperial Fists.
Yeah.
And it says bright yellow armor. That's my notes about them. And I guess they're pretty popular, but can you tell me about them? And who's their daddy? I'm just kidding. Who's their Primarch? It is technically their daddy, though, right? Because the gene seed is, like, all from the same guy. Okay.
I guess, but there's no reason to say that, though.
There is no reason to say that. Okay. Well, what about the Imperial Fists? Are they...
What?
Are they? We should have also gone whether they're chaos or, not. I
So
guess
White Scar's not chaos, Space Wolves not chaos, Imperial Fist not chaos.
Emperor's Children are
They're not
chaos, and Dark
they're not very
Angels.
hard working either.
And Dark
Dark Angels are
Angels.
loyalists.
They're what?
Or loyalists. They're not chaos either.
Oh, okay.
Although some of them might have, but that's a secret. Don't tell anybody.
Okay. Secret. Won't tell.
Part of their chapter did fall to chaos, but that's
That's a
like
secret.
a blemish that they want to cover up. So the hunt for
Why
the fallen
did
is
they?
done. Because shit went south during the heresy, and some of them were like, "This isn't fucking cool. What are you doing?"
Oh.
And yeah, they had kind of like their own little
Why
mini
did they
civil
have?
war.
Why did they have to listen to the
Because
Emperor?
not everyone agrees on shit, and they fought about it.
Oh. Okay.
Imperial Visto,
Uh-huh.
so all the loyalists are kind of like a counter to the traitor legions.
Got it.
So the Iron Warriors are about attacking fortresses and sieging planets, and the Imperial Fists are about building fortifications and defending places. So they're like the yin and yang of each other. They hate each other. I hate you, Imperial Fists. So I'm Iron Warriors.
Why do they all have to hate each other, by the way? They all came from, like, Gene Daddies or whatever the hell. Why? Nobody's better than the other.
I don't know if you've met a family or been to like a family dinner.
No. Your
Shut
phone,
up,
that's hilarious. We just know it's dancing for it. Oh my god.
It's a Daft Punk song. And also it's So I Know It's My Phone.
Good. Oh. I guess that would help.
Yeah, Imperial Fist kind of tasked with building defenses. They were responsible for...
Are they all Space Marines? What are they all called? What are they all called?
They... What do you mean they all? Like, all
of
these
these
legions
different factions, yeah.
They're all Space Marine legions, yes.
They are Space Marine legions, okay.
Yeah.
I need to know that for
ChatGPT?
No, for my stream. I'm not opening ChatGPT. It can go to hell right now.
Good.
No, only for the moment, because I'm too tired to look at my phone as well, okay? Like, I got things to do. I've fallen into the sun twice. So Imperial Fist, back to that, because I totally tuned out all of that. So they're good?
Their shtick is they're loyal to the Imperium. They're kind of military specialist, or speciality rather, is to build defenses and fortifications.
Ooh, forts.
Defend high priority targets, stuff like that. They help design / defend the Earth when the traitors attacked Earth. Obviously didn't do a good job because the traitors kicked the shit out of the place, but the loyalists still eventually won, so I guess they did something right, sort of. Sure. Their prime mark is Rogal Dorn. I hate that guy.
Why do you hate him?
I'm just supposed to hate him.
Oh, because... Oh, farming right now while listening? Cool, I do. Thanks for listening. He's not really farming. He's farming for metals on Helldivers, too. Okay,
Farmers feed cities.
Farmers feed cities, exactly. I guess there must be a war bond coming.
So yeah, that's the Imperial Fist.
They
like
seem popular. I hear them mentioned. Yeah, I hear them mentioned, and I don't really get the hype, personally. But I guess if they... Are they a favorite among, tabletoppers or something? Or?
I don't think so. They're not I guess they'd say average popularity.
Okay.
We'll
go over the popularity scale later.
The big four, because they had kind of bespoke rules, were Black Templars, who are based in the Imperial Fist, but the Imperial Fist don't necessarily fight like them. Space Wolves, Dark Coaches, and Blood Angels, and Ultramarines. I know that's 5, but the Black Templars came later. Anyway.
I don't know if they're on my list. Okay. The next one.
That's okay, because I like them even less.
Night Lords. Midnight Blue... What does this say?
midnight blue armor, like kind of lightning bolts painted on their armor.
Yes, lightning. Yeah,
But not
lightning
like-
bolts.
So the white scars had white armor with a red kind of like tribal lightning bolt markings. The Night Lords are blue with like literal like it's kind of like lightning.
Oh,
Um,
what about these Night Lords? What are their plans?
if Batman was evil and a space marine, he would probably be a Night Lord.
Oh, got it. Stinger says, "Sorry, I'm late. Just woke up. How we all doing?" I
Doing okay.
was late too.
We're
late.
done talking about the Imperial Fist, so
This
it's
is my
going
third
great.
time. This is my third time falling into the sun. I'm having a hard time getting the controls right again.
You need to go back to space driving school so you don't get killed.
I know. What's my haul at? 97%. I did how many jumps without getting this low of
So
percentage?
if you lose a percent every jump and you have 156 jumps, I don't know.
I might not make it.
Stop crashing into the sun.
I'm sorry.
Night Lords are kind of I don't know if sadistic is the right word. They use terror as a weapon. They like to terrorize their opponents. They
Why?
kind of enslave them because they're fucking evil maniacs. The whole like enslave and capture enemy populations, like totally torture and kill people.
We just talked
not,
about Imperial Fists.
They're not. They're not cool people.
We're talking about the Night Lords now. We just talked about the Imperial Fists, but we can go back over them. Yeah, Brad doesn't like the Imperial Fists or the Night Lords.
Iron Within.
Wait. Okay. So Night Lords,
Yeah,
who's
no, it's kinda like,
the daddy of them? I mean, the Primarch of Night Lords.
The Primarch is Conrad Kurz. He actually survived the heresy and he got killed later.
Why did he survive and only to get killed later? That's stupid.
He has him and Sanguinius have kind of premonition a little bit, so
Oh.
they can kind of obviously use that to their advantage.
Oh, did he go to Chaos? Did the Night Lords of
Oh,
Chaos?
yeah. They totally did. They were kind of like Chaos before they fell to Chaos because they were evil and torturing people and stuff. The Emperor was like, "Can you not do that? That's
That's
clearly
making me
against
look
their-"
bad.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
like you
have
signed the waiver when
a
we
vector.
started. It's not on it. It's your vector, Victor.
Oh no, I don't know where it is. Okay.
Which one is it?
I got
So
it.
hold triangle and press L1 if you ever lose that.
Got it. Yeah. I'm using this escape vector more than I did in. So Night
Oh, it's
Lords.
getting too close to the sun again. Okay.
I know, third time yet. Okay, so the 9th chapter is the Blood Angels. I have here. They have jump packs and I don't know what that writing is. Visions. Blood Angels have visions, or is that wrong? What is that word? No. No, that's not the word. It's visit. What?
Hmm?
I don't know what the second word is. They're not the visions one, are they? The Blood Angels. What are they then?
It's not
What's my
the visions one. I don't know what kind of question that is.
There's one that
What do you
had
mean?
chapters, but what is this word here? What did I
Oh, I
write
can't
here?
see it, but you
Vivid.
can.
I literally wrote this right before. What? Look, hold on. Visit.
What?
I don't know what I have for the, Blood Angels. Just tell me about Blood Angels.
Yeah, I don't know what you're trying to do.
Shit. Read
Red
my
armor.
writing.
Yeah, but if you can't read your own writing, it's either
I don't know. I
we'll
got
come
so
back.
bad.
Either give up or we'll come back to it.
Okay.
But they have red armor. They're about like vicious close combat and like shock assaults and stuff like that. So they have a lot of jump pack assault marines, assault terminators, lots of close combat melee weapons, things like that.
Stinging Man said there's something that draws me in with Blood Angels. Their story intrigues me.
They're kind of like space vampires.
Oh.
They have a physical bloodlust, and you mentioned visions. They do have. So they have.
Is that the word?
Their gene seed is not perfect in two ways because they have the Black Rage and the Red Thirst.
Oh.
One of them is like. So the Red Thirst is they kind of it's a space vampire thing. Like they kind of
Nice.
they feel like they need to, but they don't want to like drink blood and all that kind of shit.
So what did they
'Cause
do?
they try to suppress that urge. The Black Rage is, spoiler alert, Sanguinus gets killed during the Horus Heresy by Horus.
Okay.
So the
That's their
Primarch Sanguinus
Primarch?
gets killed, yes, and that kind of
Oh, and they see
psychic,
visions of him when.
that psychic
I know.
loss.
I got this one. I get this one. They relive his death when they kill. Right? Don't they? Don't they see visions of his death when they're in the heat of battle?
Yes.
Yay! I remembered something. Thank you. I'm sorry I interrupted. But I was like, I know this one. I learned this.
Yeah, so they have visions of Sanguinus being killed, and that puts them into a black rage. Like, it's kind of like this mournful, like,
Yeah.
you killed my dad, you mother.
Yeah, that's cool. That's what that word was. So I was wondering why visions was there, and then now I get it. Yeah, the visions because of every time that. So that's the blood angels.
That's the Blood Angels.
Do they drink blood then when they're in their rage, and they use that as an excuse?
No, because they're kind of pious in a way, where they don't want to do that. They just accept that that's one of their flaws. They're like, no, man, we can work around it. Some of their successor chapters. So after the heresy. I don't know, we'll talk about that later. But they have successor chapters that kind of give in to that more than others do.
Oh, that's only because some people wanted to be kinky about it. And they're vampires. Right?
Or I think it was just like, I mean, if you want to think that you do you.
Yeah, I'm just
But they already had the space vampire thing going on, so I think it was just a natural expansion of, if you kind of branch off of that idea, you could have some extremes on one end of the scale and some extremes on one end of the scale and some in the middle somewhere. And one of them is probably going to be, yeah, totally do that. We don't give a shit. Totally give into that drinking blood.
Yeah, go ahead. Do what you want. You're killing a whole bunch of people anyway. Why not drink their blood? Hadu said, I assume there's a war bond coming since ODST was in the trailer for Xbox. Yes, likely Hadu. And we get a war bond anyway every couple of months or whatever. So yeah, of course. For sure, Hadu. The Iron Hands. Oh, what was the Primarch again of Blood Angels?
Sanguinius.
Which is what, wasn't I in like the sector? Didn't I start out in the sector on Elite Dangerous?
I think it was like maybe Sagittarius or something like that.
No. I can go to exit. I'll tell you what.
I think there's a region of the galaxy that's called this. They might be called that, but I don't think you were there. You're not physically there.
No, I'm in the how do I find it? How do I find what sector I'm in?
Use space map.
I am using it. No, I can't really tell the way I could before. I don't know what happened. Anyway. Oh, I could see Sanguinius's rim. That sounds.
Okay, yeah, Sanguinius Rim is a region of the galaxy in Elite.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay.
But it's like sanguine itself is a word.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And things like, I think exsanguinate means to like draw blood for like medical purposes or some kind of thing like that. So it's about.
But what if you say somebody has a sanguine nature about them, like I used to read in books like classics? What does that mean again, folks? Let's find out. Let's open up the dictionary.
So sanguine is an adjective meaning optimistic or positive, especially in an apparently bad or difficult situation.
You beat me to it, you son.
So it's like, no guys, we got this.
No, I got a book. Let me look at it. I want to look at my dictionary.
Coming soon, that same definition in a book.
We're gonna see it. Okay, so books, kids, are these things. Plus, this lets me stand up. Oh, this is such a beautiful dictionary too. Sanguine.
It's sanguis is Latin for blood.
Sandwich? That's not the word.
Sanguis.
I know. I'm looking at sandwich right now. Okay, sangria. Oh, I used to like sangrias. You can also have
folks, this is why I just looked it up on my phone.
Sanguine. optimistic or positive, especially in an apparently bad or difficult situation.
Whoa,
Two,
deja
in,
vu.
two, in medieval science medicines, having a predominance of blood among the bodily humors, right?
There you
Um,
go.
Supposedly marked by a ruddy complexion and an optimistic disposition. Well, we know we don't suffer from that. Of the complexion. What's that? Bloody or bloodthirsty. That's the third reason. And 4, blood red. Or a blood red color.
Okay,
Derivatives.
so that
Sanguinea,
tracks.
sanguinis. Origin. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
Holy
that's
shit.
that. How do you pronounce origin again? Oh yeah, right.
Oh my god. Me. From OFR? What? Blood red from sanguineous of blood from sanguine. Yeah, there you
Sanguine.
go. Resembling or containing blood is sanguineous. Why wouldn't you just say it's got blood in it?
Because it's Oxford.
How'd you know that was the dictionary I was using? How'd you know? Out of all the dictionaries in the world.
I mean, if you're gonna own a dictionary,
it should be the Oxford Dictionary.
it should be the Oxford. Unless you're in like a country that doesn't read English, then does Oxford made like a, you know?
Well, I got this one ahead of time of my birthday in 2023. I was like, I'm treating myself to a dictionary.
Anyway, Bloodagils, their primary is called Sanguineous, which is kind of like a broken Latin name for blood guy. Ta-da!
Yeah. There you go. It's a long answer and a short answer. That's when they get the thirst from being sanguine. Oh, from seeing Sanguineous's rim, said Stinger Man. He did a joke. Wait, though, that's wrong too. That's gross. Because then you're indicating hemorrhoids, really. Right?
I think he was talking about the galactic region. Anyway,
okay.
What was the 10th one? What was the 10th one again?
What could you imagine? Okay.
I got Stinger Man. It's okay.
Is Iron Hands, and what I found about this, though, but yeah, and I saw that there's something in they specialized in dreadnoughts, and that made me sad. And then they something
cybernetics.
An emotional connection. No emotional connection. So they were very, yeah, they were twisted. And I think they got taken out. Like, they were so fucked up, weren't they? Tell me about them. The Iron Hands.
So the Iron Hands is another army I collect because
it tracks. No, I'm kidding. No emotional connection. Oh my god, it makes sense. No emotional connection, and you were connected to the worker one that feels disrespected. Oh, Brad, is everybody who collects these like connecting these to some deep emotional?
I mean, I hope not, because what would that say about Night Lords players?
Exactly, but that tracks. It tracks. Yours tracks with the work ethic thing and the way you feel about how you treat at work, and then the no emotional connection one and the dreadnoughts.
Yeah, probably.
This week.
I mean, the other thing is like I don't like melee combat in the game, so there's some chapters and legions that are like, oh yeah, we're into that, and I don't collect them. So like.
You're like, give me a tank, give me a dreadnought.
Space Wolves and Bloodagils, they like to run in and stab some people with chainswords, and I'm like, no, give me that.
That's me.
Giant, weird sci-fi gun. Turn your molecules inside out. Or melt you with stuff.
That's
interesting. So yeah, Iron Hands, their armor's black with a lot of cybernetics. Because part of the... So this is a misconception that their Primarch was... The like, motto or phrase is like, the flesh is weak. I think their Primarch Ferrus Manus, which is like a highly original name, meaning like Iron Man. I am Iron Man.
Oh my god, the reference.
They weren't super original coming up with some of these names in the 80s. But their Primarch was like the flesh is weak, but I think it was more about your body is like you're physically frail, and you can be.
We know about that.
and you're weak in the sense that you can succumb to temptations and things, but you should, strengthen yourself to overcome that.
Mhm.
And I think a lot of the Legion took that as,
Fuck
oh,
that. Life
okay,
is
our
short. Let's
bodies are
become
our bodies.
Drodnets.
No, our bodies are weak pieces of shit. Chop your arms off and put like robot arms there instead.
Yeah, they took it a little bit far. Yeah.
Yeah,
So they're
so
still
they're-
around?
A lot of cybernetics. They got a real shit kicking during the Horus Heresy when they got ambushed. So a lot of their stuff got destroyed, but they're still around in 40K, and they still did some stuff in Horus Heresy.
Okay.
But they got hurt real bad early on with the Raven Guard and the Salamanders.
Oh, yeah, the Salamanders. Okay.
So that was
Were they
Ispan
probably Chaos
5.
as well?
They did not.
Iron Hands weren't Chaos, but they got hit by Salamanders? Why?
No. Okay, so Ispan 5 was a battle in the Horus Heresy where some of the traitor legions, which were still like, hey, we didn't tell everyone we're traitors yet, basically ambushed 3 legions and almost destroyed them. So the 3 ambushed loyalist legions were the Iron Hands, the Salamanders, and the Raven Guard, and they got almost annihilated in this giant ambush.
Okay. I see.
Like they survived, they recovered, but the other legions by far and away outnumbered them because of that kind of sneaky ambush attack. It was like intentional. They were like Horus tried to totally destroy them there.
We got to
To
jump
get
at the
the upper
Horus
hand.
Heresy sometime. But,
Yeah.
okay, so before we go to the next one,
Yeah.
I just want to say hi, Shadow Kitten. And yeah, I know this is off topic, but I just briefly wanted to tell people, No Man's Sky, we have expanded so much that we did max out on our 3,000 props for my base collectively, so we've done really well. So, unfortunately, after G.I. Juice dismantled part of his elaborate, beautiful home, I then came to the conclusion, maybe we should make separate things now so that we don't max out props anymore, because I haven't even finished building my house. So what we're going to do is continue to build, but I guess you guys will be able to build your own things, but hopefully just you build it within view so that we can continue to expand the metropolis of whatever it's going to be, and just keep it. You can disconnect it just by making us have to jump to it or putting a gap in a walkway or whatever. It doesn't have to be connected to blah, but be within view so we can all be a part of, so it can all be a communal thing. So yeah, I kind of, that way, if you've already started to build something and you want to go bigger with it, you're able to. And that way also I don't ruin what you've made like I did yesterday. Okay, thank you for that brief break. Back to the topic of Space Marine chapters. Space Marine 2 is something I've been into playing as well, even though No Man's Sky is eating my brain right now. Speaking of eating, World Eaters is the next one. They don't have a number beside them?
They do.
So-
There's a 12th. There's a 12th Legion.
Well, so that's why the guy
And it's all
stopped
Roman
counting.
numerals.
So it's still, so their 12th and 13th is Ultramarine and Ultramarine
Yes.
and etc. Oh, well, why didn't that guy do that? Why do you have to act like without any numbers after that? So then let me do some
You ran
numbers
out of
right here.
fingers.
Okay, so then there was 20 chapters. Okay, got it. All right.
Yeah, there's 20 legions. 2 and 11 were mysteriously
Disappeared, yeah, but-
defeated.
Spoilers, yeah. So World Eaters, I have written down World Eaters, or World Hounds they were previously known as. They were blue and white, now red. They were blue and white like the Ultramarines, but now they're red because they went real bad. So tell me about the World Eaters, please. That was an exceptional segue, says Stingaman. Thank you, Stingaman, and I hope when you said segue, you then envisioned people
A transition and not a group of
just people being on segways. A whole group of us
A
on
segue.
segways. Segways in space.
Segue over here.
Wouldn't that be cool to have
Instead
a
of
little
wheels, it has
segway?
little rockets.
We don't
It's like some Jetsons shit.
We have segways on the base in No Man's Sky. Oh my gosh, please. Oh my god,
That'd
give
look
me a
pretty silly.
Segway for Helldivers 2. I'll just segue around in the city streets. Okay, going back to the World Eaters. Who's the Primarch? And
Yeah,
tell me
World
about
Eaters.
these guys.
World Eaters Primarch is Angron. All angry all the time, Angron.
Oh, so do people still like the World Eaters, or are they gone? Sorry. Sorry.
They felt the chaos, so they're still around, just doing chaos stuff. And like you said, their armor was blue and white. It was mostly white with, I think, like blue shoulder pads, I think is what it was.
And then when they went
And
bad, they turned red. Why?
well, it's more like they turned bad and kept killing people and didn't so much paint their armor. It's just mysteriously all red. It's all red now, and we don't know how that happened. Oops.
It's from all the blood of their enemies. That's dark.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be dark red, like more like a black? Because blood, when it's, you know.
Maybe they kill a bunch of aliens too, and it's like it averages out as a red. I don't know.
Huh. But they
Anyway,
used to be just like.
They're considered
Ultramarines?
berserkers now because they kind of lost their shit and just go into.
When I saw the videos of them, can I tell you what I was reminded of when I saw the videos of them? Clown posse stuff. Like, you know, the whole
Like
dressing up
ICP?
weird. No, like people dressing up like. No, not the band. Like that whole movement of painting your face and looking. Is that what these guys kind of look?
Like war paint?
I don't know. Looking
exactly what you
weird.
mean.
No, like just like I don't know. I don't know if this was a faction I'm thinking of. Like
Maybe not.
paint in the face. I'm not trying to alienate the people who dress up like that. The face stuff and looking weird, like crazy, insane, Joker kind of deal, but worse, like scary clown kind of deal. Is that this group?
Not
Which
really,
group
no.
is the scary
Like-
clown people?
Harlequins?
Not World Eaters?
I don't know.
No,
what-
no, not that. I don't know. Never mind. I guess it was just
Yeah, I
the
don't-
image,
I
the
don't know.
graphic art that he used in the video for one of these. It made them kind of look like like it made one of the factions look a bit like that kind of deal, like scary clown kind of deal. I don't know if that's these guys or some other faction. I guess it must be
Maybe, or it's like it could be that was not entirely
Like the
accurate. at all.
Berserker.
What are you talking about?
Well, he's using art from the books and stuff, so I don't know. I might have gotten the wrong faction. Remember, I'm just learning.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I've
You don't-
found
what's-
videos that
what's
are
their
like
dad?
this is not correct.
what is their
Seriously.
dad? What is their Primarch
The
again?
Primarch
For
is Angron.
the,
His name's Angron.
okay, what's he doing?
Hmm?
What's he up to? Does he still exist? Did they exist?
Their whole legion fell to chaos, and they worship Khorne, the blood god, and they like to run around and hack stuff.
Yeah,
They're
I
like
think
Rip and
this-
Tear, the Space Marine Legion.
Yeah, I think this is the one.
All about close combat, all about like short range firepower, but not so much flame weapons like the salamanders. But it's just a lot of like imagine machine gunning people at close range, and then jumping at them with a bunch of chain swords.
It's really gross. No.
Yeah, but that's
Okay.
hey, that's
The next one.
it's all grim and dark in the far future, right?
I wonder why they were called World Hounds before they were decided to be World Eaters.
Their
Is it
Primarch
because-
has a kind of fucked up story that helps explain why they're
He's partly
Berserker.
dog.
no.
What then?
He was found on a gladiator planet.
Ooh, so he had to
And
fight
later-
for his life.
Basically, he fought for his life. Led kind of a slave revolt to like free all these gladiators and fight against the like elite that were making him fight. And just
Oh
as they
shit! I
were-
felt too close to the sun again. And just
and
as
just as kind of as they were going to win that, the Emperor showed up. It's like, hey, I found you. Come with me. And he's like, what the fuck? I'm trying to lead this slave revolt. All my friends are going to die if I leave. And the Emperor said, that's too bad. We're getting in the car. We're leaving. So Angron kind of didn't like that. He kind of hated his dad for it.
don't blame him.
Yeah, that's why Chaos isn't so bad once you know the story.
I know. I was already
Uh,
for chaos.
They had cybernetic implants called the Butcher's Nails, which
Ouch.
kind of drove them crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So that didn't help with the whole I'm mad at my dad. We're told to go and like destroy civilizations and rule the galaxy in his name. I hate this guy. I'm angry all the time. I got weird stuff in my brain.
So
Rawr.
it sounds like a lot of people now.
Kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Cool, cool.
Yeah, world eaters are kind of don't get in the way.
Ultramarines, Gilliman. So I play as an
Ultramarines.
Ultramarine on
Yep. If you've played Space
Space.
Marine, you know about the Ultramarines.
That's what I play as. And I get to see Titus,
Yeah.
Gadrilling, Chiron. Yeah.
So they are kind of. I know you've heard about the Codex.
Yes,
The
they
Codex
go by the
Astartes.
Astartes, and they
They
go by it totally. They're up the
If
ass
you
of
wanna
the
think of-
Astartes Codex.
If you want to like buy the book, people, they are the buy the book guys, and the Codex is their book.
Why? Why do they care about that so much? Why?
Okay, so
'Cause
quick
fuck
facts.
that.
Okay, so after the heresy, where half of the surviving legions turned traitor, tried to attack the Emperor because of all the daddy issues, and got eventually beaten and driven into the Eye of Terror, the loyalist chapters that remained, the loyalist legions that remained,
I didn't get to see in that system. I'll never
Gilliman was
forget
like,
that.
okay, that kind of fucked some stuff up for a while. Let's not let that happen again. I'm going to write this cool book that tells us how to, like, it's a self-improvement book. It's called the Codex Astartes.
And where
But
have
it was
those
kind
ever
of-
led anybody wrong?
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I'm kind of joking partially too, but it was
I know.
essentially like military doctrine and kind of how to reorganize the military of the Imperium.
I have a bug to pick with that, or whatever, a bone to pick, a bug to pick, a bone to pick. Look, I'm getting old, guys. What the fuck with that whole thing that became a thing? The thing that where
Well, that's
how would
fake
he
news.
wrote it? Why would he write a thing if did he know that he was going to end up on the throne like that, comatose, forever trapped?
No.
Why would he write a thing for his people about what to do? Doesn't seem like something he would write unless he knew his fate.
Okay, no. And okay, back up for a second. So there was a giant civil war that almost destroyed the galaxy and human civilization. So he was like, okay, as the kind of, I'm going to be kind of the mid ground and not like the Ultramarines are kind of.
I'm talking about the Emperor guy.
They don't so much specialize in specific like siege warfare or close assaults or aerial combat. They're kind of average Joes. Let's just be pretty good at everything equally. So the specialty is being like tactically flexible, essentially.
Well, no, what I'm talking about is the Emperor, right? You know the Emperor.
We weren't talking about him. So what do you?
Yeah, but
this
tangent is important to me right now because
okay,
they
going on a
follow
tangent,
they followed the Astartes Codex, right? And
they
recently,
do that after the heresy.
yes, and you guys the other day were talking about when you guys were active in the Discord in the Warhammer lore, the Terminus decree, right?
That's way after the heresy. Yeah.
Okay. So why would the Emperor have written a decree about something if he hadn't already done that? That wasn't written by him. How is that his wishes if he was already on the throne? How does that decree make any sense? Oh, this is what the Emperor wants.
Hey, hold on. You're mixing up a bunch of shit. But
I know.
If the Emperor was like some kind of super duper psyker, like had premonitions and shit, he could have predicted this, or at least predicted enough of it to make a contingency plan. And part of that contingency plan is apparently the Terminus decree, which is like, hey, if shit starts to hit the fan, don't let me leave this big golden psychic machine that I built.
Okay.
Because bad stuff will happen if you do.
I'm so stuck still.
But he had to have written that before he was mortally wounded by Horus at the end of the heresy. And the Terminus decree that like just came out and people were all rah about is in like the 41st millennium. So this is 10,000 years later.
Okay.
So it's kind of like if we're talking about Warhammer 40k, think like modern times. If we're talking about Horus Heresy, think World War II.
Okay.
There's like a big enough time gap that's like you can't kind of overlap them chronologically because it won't make sense.
Okay, I was just curious because
They
I'm
might
like
lead
the
into each
Ultraman.
other.
Well, the reason why I wondered about this is because like people were like going on
And the
about the
Terminus decree
Astartes Codex, and I'm like, why do they follow this stuff so rigidly when some of it might be bullshit?
It might be, but it's like a lot of the part of the satire is like believing in dogma and doing what you're told versus thinking about what you're being told and being like, you know what, I don't know. Doesn't jive too well.
Got
But the
it.
whole Ultramarines Codex thing is Horus Heresy happened. Lots and lots of people died. Bad kind of shit going on. Gilliman, who was the leader of the Ultramarines, who's his legion mostly survived. It was probably
Yeah,
arguably the
Gilliman's-
largest legion at the start of the heresy. And
In fact, they had to break it up, didn't they? There was too many Ultramarines at some point. Was there not?
That
And
happened
that
to
scared
all
people?
that happened to all the leaders at the end. It's
Okay.
called the Second Founding.
Okay, where there was just too
But-
many of them and they wanted to break them up?
It's okay. So let me get to that. When
Okay.
the Horus Heresy ended, and Gilliman and the surviving Primarchs were like, "What the hell are we going to do with this shit show that the galaxy is in right now?" It was like, "Okay, we're going to write this codex that kind of explains how to
So they
militarily
did write
organize the Space Marines." Well, he wrote it.
it. Okay. Gilliman wrote the codex.
He
Okay.
credited no other authors. It's just
Okay.
him. It was like his greatest mixtape. But part of it was the Space Marine legions held way too much, independent power. Any one of the Primarchs can be like, okay, I have hundreds of thousands of Space Marines. I have regular human troops in the millions that will follow my Space Marines and kind of work with us. We have spaceship elements that can get us to and from different systems so we can attack planets on their own. So part of this, holy shit, don't let that happen again, was to organizationally split it all up.
Oh, God.
All you
Sam.
squishy humans, you're the Imperial Guard now. You're not Space Marines can kind of boss you around, but you're a different military organization that's independent from Space Marines. Imperial Navy, all the spaceships, you're a separate military organization. You work with the other ones, but they can't tell you what to do. You'd be like someone from the Air Force yelling at someone from the Navy. It's like, we might have a similar rank, but you can't really tell me what to do.
Well,
go
now
pound sand.
that's... Yeah.
And the Space Marine legions, Gilliman himself recognizes holy shit, if someone's in control of 500,000 Space Marines, they can easily wreck the hell out of whatever they want.
Uh-huh.
And, maybe he was even afraid of him doing something like that, but I doubt it, because he was kind of a chill guy. But he essentially mandated that all the Space Marine legions get broken up
Oh.
to a
So that
maximum
they can
of...
overpower.
Yeah, and part of that was okay, you can't have more than 1,000 Space Marines in a chapter.
So then how are they all broken up? Are they in... Is that how
They-
all these 20 chapters are? But then
There's
they became
20
other things.
So the 20 legions, 2 of them got destroyed. Don't know what happened to them.
Yeah, but
9
I know,
of them
but
turned
some of them...
Hey, calm
was-
down. Let me finish.
But wait,
9 of them
wait,
turned... Let me finish. 9 of them turned traitor, so they're out of the picture because they went to Chaos and they're not listening to Gilliman anymore.
I know.
And the 9 that survived got split up.
I know, so this is the thing. So he
So
broke
what are
them
you
all up,
asking?
and now some of them are bad. Would they have stayed bad if they'd all stayed together?
No. So the 9 that turned bad did that before he broke up the 9 that did not turn bad.
But they all had different dads, Primarchs anyway.
But the Loyalists listened to him. Some of them weren't happy about it. I think Rogel Dorn and the Imperial Fist were like, no, you're not breaking up my Legion. Fuck off.
Oh, wait,
And he's
so-
yeah, come on.
Oh, so all those different Gene Seed daddies listened to Gilliman? Except for the Chaos?
He kind of convinced them to. Yeah. The Chaos ones left. Iron Warriors, World Eaters, Night Lords.
Everybody
Chaos ones
listens to
left.
Gilliman? Everybody listens to Gilliman. Except for the Chaos that go to Slaanesh and stuff.
He basically convinced them, hey guys, this is my idea to prevent the galaxy from being split in half by war again. They're like, yeah, you're probably right.
Huh.
So Dark Angels got split up into a bunch of different chapters. Ultramarines split into a bunch of different chapters. Imperial Fists split up into a bunch of different chapters. White Scars split up into different chapters. And then the 3 that were mostly destroyed, there literally wasn't enough of them to really split up into too many. It still happened, but I think the Ultramarines made dozens, if not hundreds, of chapters because there were so many, and the Iron Hands made 4 or 5.
How do we know how many there are?
Because some of that is canon in the background.
And then is some of that just because as the game became more popular, tabletop, they decided to let people be?
Well, it was a mix between they had to kind of expand the lore and deliberately leave blanks so that people could be creative. So
Gotcha.
you could collect a Space Marine army and paint it whatever colors you want, hypothetically, and just be like, yeah, I'm an Ultramarine successor chapter because they follow the Codex, but they're not one of the. Like, they're not an existing one with this is their paint scheme, this is their background, da 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 da. It's like, it's kind of not so much deliberately undocumented, but they wanted to leave creativity for people.
There you go. Stingerman says the Horus Heresy wouldn't have happened if Trump was emperor. Laughing face. That's one of his favorite catchphrases, isn't it? No comment. No comment. Well, he's emperor now, but thankfully, whatever. You know what? Anyway, Death Guard. So I got this confused with I'm about to go into the sun again. I went into the sun again. Fuck. This is a bad.
Speaking of death.
Yeah. I was confusing the Death Guard with the Death Watch.
Do you want me to clear that up first, or do you want me to talk about the Death Guard first?
Tell us about the Death... and they are originally original Dusk Raiders?
I think the Dusk Raiders were their...
Yeah.
Were their Legion name before their Primarch was reunited with them, and they got called something else.
Yeah. And they bring forth a plague. They wear green and stuff, and they bring forth a plague before them. So tell me about why...
What?
Yeah, tell me about them.
So their Primarch is Mortarion.
Is he still around?
Yeah, they turned to Chaos, and he is a Demon Primarch, like the other...
Okay.
Like Fulgrim, Angron, Mortarion, and Magnus each dedicated their legions to one of the four major Chaos gods, and they ascended to demonhood. So they're crazy powerful, super space dad, evil demon creatures now, called Demon Primarchs.
Oh.
I would not want to.
I need to get an escape vector again.
Their color. I think their original colors were
green,
kind of like a. Well, they're green now, and like the whole Chaos thing, that green is their main color. But their original Loyalist color was, I think, like an off-white, or like a whitish gray or beige, or something like bone white color with green pauldrons.
Okay.
They were kind of about this slow, heavy infantry advance. They used a lot of chemical weapons and stuff like that, so fighting them probably really sucked. Lots of stuff that would kind of fuck up the environment.
And that's why they're plague-ridden. Especially, they could kill their enemies as they approach. That makes sense.
I think that was a bit
warfare.
Of. I mean,
chemical warfare, Lucian.
If you're the writers of this entire universe, you could probably kind of reverse engineer. Like, you could have an idea of where you want them to go, and that means you know kind of how to build them up. So I think that's part of, because they became the whole Plague Legion, they fell to Nurgle during the Heresy. The whole God of Death and all that stuff.
There's a God of Death called Nurgle?
Yeah, Nurgle's about death and decay and all that.
Gross.
And entropy.
How's he doing? Is he still about?
Mortarion, yeah.
No, the Death God. The Death God.
Well, he's God of Chaos. He's an embodiment of...
Okay, gotcha.
Like despair and kind of human emotions and that kind of thing. So
relatable.
I don't know if he can die. During the Heresy, I think they were on their way to...
Can't play it all anymore, guys. If I don't play Elite Dangerous for weeks, I forget everything. Please go on. During the Heresy,
the Death Guard were marooned somewhere. Like, they got... I think the term is like they were becalmed in the warp. So it's a crazy psychic universe that lets you travel faster than light in the Warhammer universe. Kind of just went quiet for a little bit, and they couldn't move. They were just kind of stranded, so they couldn't help their allies or fight their enemies. Mm-hmm. And I think it was a kind of plague infested the fleet or some kind of thing like that. And Mortarion basically was like, "Hey, to get us out of this jam, I'm going to dedicate my Legion to Nurgle." And Chaos went, "Haha! It worked. They fell for it." So the Death Guard fell to Nurgle, the Chaos God of like decay and death and all that.
And then did they turn to dust in their suits, or is
no,
that the Dreadnoughts, the Iron Hands?
that's a different Legion entirely.
Okay.
The Iron Hands Dreadnought connection is because I know we've talked about Dreadnoughts before.
Yeah, they
just kind of if an injured Space Marine is not going to die, but it's like, okay, well you lost limbs or some kind of serious grievous injury. Only in death does my service end. That mentality, if I got to serve the Emperor, well, we'll stick you in this giant robot / life support system with guns on it, which is a Dreadnought.
Yeah, it's sad.
But the Iron Hands, because the whole flesh is weak kind of shtick, they think Dreadnoughts are it's not better, but it's kind of like they kind of lean into it a little bit more as a theme, like a military tactic.
Okay, so the Death Guard, they used to be Dusk Raiders. I wonder why they changed them from Dusk Raiders to Death Guard, just when they went to full out Chaos, or did they start out?
I can't remember when they changed their name.
Did they think that sounded too romantic, or what? But I don't like... Okay, so why are they so close to the name of the Death Watch? Which isn't a chapter, but is somewhere you have to go.
I think that's just a happenstance of like naming conventions. It's not a very happy environment in Warhammer, so they just the word death gets thrown around a lot when you're naming shit. When people are dying all over the place. But I think Death Guard came from kind of, okay, Nurgle's the god of plagues and death and despair, so we're going to name them the Death Guard. Was like a marketing thing. And the Death Watch, I think, is part of...
Was it made after? Was Death Watch made after the Death Guard?
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Death Watch is a chapter, Death Guard is a Traitor Legion.
Wait, what?
So the Space Marine Legions, which is like the 19 or the 18 rather that we're talking about.
Death Guard
were all created by the Emperor in the 31st millennium or the 30th millennium.
So the Death Watch was made like a go into prison kind of deal.
The Death Watch is a chapter that was made way later.
Why aren't they named in this list of 20 chapters?
Because that's not a list of chapters, that's a list of First Founding Legions.
Oh, so why didn't it say First Founding Legions? Yeah.
Because I don't know what list you looked up.
It was called chapters, and now I find out that these were the First Founding Legions. Okay.
Yep.
So then we aren't talking about Space Marine chapters yet, but these are some of these are chapters.
This is the first 18 that led into all the other chapters.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so the next one here is Thousand Sons. And it says they are the Psykers, and Magnus the Red, I heard Magnus's name called by Valis, who's in the Dreadnought. The Psykers had these abilities, but they also went crazier a bit, and they fell to chaos. Can you tell me about the Thousand Sons?
Thousand Sons is kind of a tragedy.
Yeah, tell me about that. Please.
They had in the Heresy they had red armor, like a nice kind of shiny metallic red with gold trim. Lots of the Space Wolves had like a Viking kind of naming conventions and runes on their armor and stuff like that. Thousand Sons have a kind of Egyptian theme. That's like scarab beetles and gold trim.
Oh, remember the mummy? Anyway, yeah, go on. Yeah.
I remember Encino Man.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, like you mentioned, they have a lot of latent psychic ability, which came up during the Heresy as Emperor just was like, okay, stop doing that. You're gonna mess around with the warp and psychic stuff bad. Even though some of this other psychic stuff, like the Astronomicon and Navigators, that's totally cool. We're fine with that. But you Thousand Sons quit doing that.
Depends if we can use it, and we don't want a whole bunch of people that can do it.
It's
right?
kind of like, yeah, but also it's a little bit of do as I say, not as I do. So it's like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
As the Horus Heresy was happening, Magnus's incredible psychic ability, he kind of figured out, holy shit, Horus is gonna totally fucking betray the Emperor and attack are his former like brothers. Like, what the fuck? I have to warn Super Space Dad, the Emperor.
And at that time, Horus was really held up, and he was the one that was.
He was still starting the
heresy.
He was still starting. Horus was the leader of the Sons of Horus.
The Sons of Horus, which we're getting to right after. Yeah, and they were highly regarded before the heresy.
Yes, they were kind of equivalent to the Ultramarines in their stature and military strength and power. But as Horus was, turning traitor, getting his traitor forces assembled to attack the Loyalists, Magnus realized this and was like, holy shit, I have to warn the Emperor, sent a psychic message to the Emperor, and the Emperor was like, I told you not to use psychic powers, and lost his freaking mind.
Why, though?
Part of the Golden Throne, which he wasn't sitting in yet.
Sting a man. Poor Magnus is
this is honestly this is one of the tragedies of Warhammer, and I actually kind of like the Thousand Sons. Not just because they don't listen when they're told to not do stuff that they believe is better, but...
That's why Brad still gets along with me, even though I'm annoying.
So yeah, send a psychic message to the Emperor. Hey, Horus is going to betray you. Emperor's like, I told you not to use psychic powers. It doesn't matter what the reason is. Fucking stop doing that. And in the Emperor's shit fit at Magnus, he broke the Golden Throne, and a bunch of bad stuff happened with that. It's kind of a different story entirely.
Which is the warp, right? Which is the warp.
The Golden Throne is where the Emperor is currently, like in Warhammer 40,000, because it's his life support machine, and it keeps the Astronomicon.
But he was the connection between the gateway of the web.
But he was using it. He was using it to kind of access the webway, but the whole psychic shit fit broke part of that, and bad stuff happened.
When you think about it, the 40 years of Warhammer, that means that was before the internet was to the public. It was so then. Did the idea of the warp webway come into effect in like the 80s after they were made aware of the internet, or was that part of the story thought of beforehand?
It's not related to the internet. It's like
I know, but I'm just curious if when they decided to name it that. I'm curious, in the context of history of time.
I think it happened before the internet.
Well, the internet's been...
Emperor lost their shit, told the Space Wolves to go bring Magnus, go get Magnus and bring him here. I want to give him shit.
I want to give him shit, yeah.
And because
Daddy wants to give you a spanking.
Because Horus was in control of the military, but the Emperor didn't know he was turning traitor yet, Horus told the Space Wolves, go burn the Thousand Sons planet to the fucking ground. Go destroy Prospero.
Oh, the Space Wolves. I thought you said the Space Wolves. I'm like, wait.
No, so the Space Wolves went to Prospero.
The Space Wolves.
And were, just kind of, I'm just an asshole following orders. It's totally cool. I'm just going to go kill my brothers over some arbitrary order that someone told me to do. So the Thousand Sons didn't really turn traitor. They got shot in the face, and they're like, okay, the only way we're going to survive this is to join the Chaos Forces and become traitors.
So how do they feel about that?
Not great. To add insult to injury, or maybe it was injury to insult, their psychic connection to the warp made them mutate a lot more. They suffered physical mutations a lot more than other legions. And there was a powerful sorcerer, I think it was a first captain, so he wasn't Magnus, it was Ahriman, was a sorcerer within the Legion, and it's like, you know what, I'm going to put a stop to this mutation shit, because we're better than this, we don't need this kind of stuff in our life, fuck that. So he cast a spell, but I guess he either didn't know what the spell was going to do, or kind of didn't read the whole thing before casting it, or maybe because Tzeentch is kind of the master of trickery and all that kind of shit. That was his master plan all along. And this is still
about the Thousand Sons, right?
Yes, the Thousand Sons.
Aren't they the ones that are dust? They're dust in the war?
I'm getting to that. Okay. So the spell to keep them from mutating, seal their armor and turn their bodies to dust.
There you go. I only had to wait one more second. You would have gotten there.
Yeah, just hold your horses. But so they're referred to the Dust Legion, or all is dust is their kind of meme phrase.
Thousand Sons. So they're the ones I saw in the video game that I'm
Yes,
was.
and after the heresy, because they fell to Tzeentch, whose colors are blue, they changed their armor, or maybe the spell changed it. I don't know. Like, how do you paint it if you're dust? Their armor is blue in the future. It was red in the heresy.
Aw.
So
Stigaman's 1,000 Suns got the shit end of the stick, poor buggers. Yeah.
So, spoiler alert, if you've played Space Marine 2, and that guy
They're
flying
the ones
around...
in that black, that's Magnus guy flying around, and Valis said, "Where is Magnus?" No?
So they're probably shouting about Magnus, but I think that flying thing is a greater demon of Tzeentch. It's not Magnus himself.
Yeah, it's for Tzeentch, and I remember seeing...
The big bird thing. It's like slamming a stick into the ground, and those obelisks shoot at him with a giant.
There's also that scene, though, where you're in the black, and there's this army of
yes, yeah,
soldiers,
those are,
and they look, and you just like you go through them, they're dust.
You're trying to like chase or save Lord Calgor.
Yeah, Calgor. Yeah. See,
so those are Thousand Suns.
Those are Thousand Suns that are trapped in the warp, and that are dust. Yeah.
Yeah. So it kind of sucks to be a Thousand Sun.
So they didn't do anything wrong. They were also just part of the thing in there.
See, Magnus did nothing wrong. So
they are the ones we fight. Yeah, Stigaman. We just run through them though. Remember? But yeah. Yeah,
you kill them. I've seen the videos. You kill them pretty easily.
Yeah, we.
I think in part of that, they're apparitions, though, right?
Yeah, they're apparitions. Yeah,
they're distracting you from completing your real mission.
Yeah,
and
of killing Lord Calgor. Yeah, and Tzeentch, who is hard to pronounce because his name is TZ blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The T's are silent.
Why?
Because chaos is fucking weird. I don't know. Oh. And also, it's an entirely made-up universe, so it doesn't have to make sense.
Okay.
Here's a word. Here's how you pronounce it. Yeah.
Okay, so that makes sense. See,
so that was a lot,
we're learning about the video game. We're learning about the video game. So why? Okay, so Magnus is now he's still around, and he's one of the Chaos Gods. Is that it now? Chaos Primarchs?
No, So the Chaos Gods were around before. They're around right now.
Okay, so what is Magnus? Yeah.
He's a demon Primarch.
So what is he doing? Because Valis shouted out Magnus's name.
Yeah,
Valis is now Dreadnought.
Oh.
He's like, "Where's Magnus?" See, he's pissed.
I think Magnus hangs out on the planet of sorcerers.
And that's the planet we were on. We were on a planet that like shifted and had we were sent to the warp, right? You could listen to this for hours. I love it, says Stigaman. Thanks. Is it the easy banter that Brad and I, or is it the topic? I need to know. Is it Brad telling me anyway, but okay, Magnus the Red, though. Why is he called Magnus the Red?
He was actually red. I don't understand this whole.
Okay.
You're all basically sons of the Emperor, but one of you happens to be like a red cyclopic giant. Like what?
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, got it.
He lost an eye in a fight because he's called Magnus the Cyclops as well too.
Oh wow, there's so much to learn.
But yeah, it's basically like a giant red dude. Magnus the Red.
Okay, so we're gonna try and figure out what this is. Okay, so Sons of Horus, Lunar Wolves, it says beside it. What?
Yep.
Tell me about that. Sons of Horus, but also Lunar Wolves.
So they actually changed their name again later, but when they started, they were the Lunar Wolves because they helped the Emperor take over the moon after he. So the Unification Wars were on Earth, and they were like, hey, all the armies on Earth, either join me or be destroyed. And so the Emperor took some time to kind of figure that out.
It's like, I'll go to the moon then.
And after they did that, they're like, okay, we got to go to the moon, because the armies that operate there, and like the forces that were on the moon, had a lot of like genetic technology. Yeah. So they attacked the moon. They defeat their enemies, take over the gene laboratories, and that helped them do the Primarch project.
Oh, wait. So, I need to stand up. So, okay, so,
The Emperor. What was his name? What's the Emperor's name?
He doesn't have a name. He doesn't have a name.
Okay, so the
Like,
Emperor
I
was
don't think
this
he's ever
guy,
named.
and he's partly psychic ability, and he's like, you know what? I'm doing all this stuff. I'm going to do a gene project on the moon. I'm going to do gene seeds. Does everyone come from the Primarch, from the Emperor? Are all these gene seeds from the Primarch, like the Emperor?
So the first round of, I guess, Space Marines are called Thunder Warriors, and they're...
Where were they? Why weren't they mentioned? I don't see Thunder Warriors anymore.
It depends on how back how far back you read in.
Well, tell me about the Thundercats, please.
The Thunder Warrior Cats. Wait, no, not the Thundercats. So the Thunder Warriors is the armies that the Emperor used to take over Earth and finish the unification wars. He unified Earth with the Thunder Warriors, but they were kind of like unstable, both mentally and physically. But they were used as like really effective shock troops to help destroy his enemies on Earth.
I'm yawning a lot because I had a big dinner. I'm sorry, guys, but I am interested.
Their armor wasn't sealed against outer space, so they couldn't be used on
outer space on the moon.
Yeah, so part of Space Marine armor evolved after them to be like fully enclosed, self-supportive. They wear a little reactor on their back. That's why they all have backpacks.
They're
Marines in space, exactly. They can work in space.
Space. We now.
And then he killed all the Thunder Warriors.
He killed them all? He's like, thanks, guys. That didn't work out. Goodbye.
Thanks for your help. They're kind of, we don't need you anymore.
Oh. And
so he killed them all? Are all gone. And then he used the Luna Wolves.
Didn't they get used and deleted? Yes, Stingerman. Stingerman said, didn't they get used and deleted? Yep.
Yep. So the Luna Wolves got named because of the Lunar campaign. They were his Wolves of Luna.
Oh my god.
And they were called that, and then they were called that until they met up with Horus.
And then became the Sons of Horus? You mean some existed still? Wait.
Hey, stop.
Hey, okay.
I don't remember if when they met Horus, they got their name changed immediately, or he had to do some successful military campaigning. They're like, oh, in your honor, now that you're kicking ass, we're going to name ourselves Sons of Horus. But somewhere in between there, that's how they got their name.
Okay. They were the OG Stingerman. You knew about this, Stingerman? Did you know about this? Like, how come I didn't know about it? Well, of course I didn't know about this, but this is stuff you guys knew about?
I mean, it's made up history in a game. If you've been playing it, you might know about it.
But, yeah, I didn't know about it. I didn't know. So they were his first trial project. And then when he didn't want them, Horus took them in. Horus took them in when the Emperor didn't want the Lunar Wolves anymore?
No. That's
what then?
You're getting mixed up.
Well, then tell me.
Okay, so the Lunar Wolves were just one chapter or one legion of the Space Marines.
All right,
the Thunder Warriors got replaced and like superseded with other Space Marines in the Lunar Wolf.
Oh, okay. All right, so Sons of Horus.
So they changed their name to Sons of Horus at some point later. Horus Lupercal was their Primarch.
It sounds like a great guy. Yeah. I'm just kidding.
You either die here or live long enough to
be the villain. Yeah. So what?
He was a good military leader. He was doing such a good job, the Emperor promoted him to War Master. He was like, you get to lead all the Space Marine legions. Every single Space Marine legion is under your command because you're so damn good at it.
And what could go wrong there?
Some kind of scheming bullshit went down.
Wouldn't that be nice if that happened today?
He kind of got sick and corrupted by chaos. And that's when he's like, you know what? Space Dad's full of shit, and he's totally leading us astray, and I gotta go do something about it.
But was he wrong?
Questionable. But anyway, that's why he turned traitor.
Okay.
I'll elaborate on that whole scheming bullshit when we get to the assholes responsible for it later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was on Davin, the planet.
But the Sons of
The battle
Horus were
was-
lunar wolves. Okay, here's where I have a question. They were the lunar wolves previously, the Sons of Horus.
Yep. Yep.
But the lunar wolves, when they were on the moon fighting, they were fighting for the Emperor. They were
Yes.
okay. But then they became
the em-
Sons of
the
Horus
em-
for.
So the Emperor's like the commander in chief, and the Primarchs are like working for
He's
him.
like the grandpa, and they're like the. Okay, got it. Grandpa
So yeah,
Emperor.
they followed the Emperor into battle until they found their Primarchs, and they're like, okay, you can. Like, your
You can
Primarchs
tell me
look
what to
after you
do.
now.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Well, it's like having a regional military commander. If you don't have one, you have to kind of naturally fall back to whoever is in charge.
Got it. And if no one's in charge, okay.
Well, not a lot's going to fucking get done then.
So was that it about Sons of Horus for now? While we briefly
Their
go on?
colors, when they were the Luna Wolves, their colors were, I think it was white and black, or a very pale gray
Uh-huh.
with black trim. When they became the Sons of Horus, they turned to like a kind of like a seafoam green.
Aww.
So if you see like box art, a seafoam green Space Marine dudes, those are Sons of Horus.
Oh.
It's like a teal color.
There's like a teal color enemy that we fight in Space Marine 2 in the warp area. I think those are connected to Horus, I wonder.
By
pink
then,
one.
they're not the Sons of Horus anymore because they changed their name again.
What did they change the name to?
So when the Horus Heresy ended and Horus got killed by the Emperor during the Siege of Terra, the Sons of Horus fled with all the other traitor legions into the Eye of Terror, or Chaos Lands.
And what did they become?
And basically, out of rage, shame, whatever, they saw Horus's failure as like, or it was like they saw Horus's loss as a failure, so they painted their armor black.
And then what they
became
become?
the Black Legion. They're called Black Legion.
So now they're
imaginatively.
the Black Legion. Okay, so I didn't see them mentioned. So the Black Legion. And do they
I mean,
still
if
exist?
you're looking up, yes, if they're one of the largest traitor legions, because they're kind of an evil analog to the Ultramarines. So most numerous, kind of no overall speciality. They kind of jack of all trades, military wise.
Got it.
Whereas the
Okay.
Iron Warriors and Iron Hands like tanks, and Blood Angels and World Eaters like melee assaults and that kind of stuff.
We got next. We have the Word Bearers, which I don't like them. I'm sorry, they're jerks. They are chaos. They grew in their blah blah whatever that word is. They're zealots, so they were originally fine, but they were really zealots. They got the faith in
They worship
blah
chaos.
blah. Yeah, but they were like faith, and you get the crazies and the all that stuff over in that.
Yeah.
The zealots. They were so they didn't start off as chaos, did they? But they turned to chaos. They started off just as
They are a
religious
traitor
zealots.
legion.
Yeah.
They were more zealous than other Space Marine legions, and the Emperor was like, "Quit worshiping me as a god. Stop it. I don't want to be idolated. In fact, I made it illegal. Quit fucking doing that." And their Primarch got so pissed off and like rage baited by that. He's like, "You know what? I'm going to find someone else to worship then." He found Chaos, who's like, "These guys are awesome.
Who did they decide to worship?
They worship Chaos."
Like the chaos? There's only one chaos?
Just Chaos in general as an embodiment of
Oh, okay.
kind of raw psychic energy that's
Oh, so do they go to whatever
Rampant.
chaos
they're
demons
Chaos
they want
undivided.
to?
Yeah, they're kind of whoever they want, or just no one in particular, but just, oh, you don't want us to worship you, I'm going to worship someone else. Oh, it happens to be like some psychically like
So nice.
villainous, vague energy that might kill us all. Whatevs.
As long as we can worship.
Guys got to worship, right? Yeah. So
Sure.
their armor is like dark red with black pauldrons. They have a lot of
They sort of remind me the look of the ones that worship the technology that are Marines, but they're the guys that work on the ship. You know what I mean? They worship technology. They sort of
Well, the Mechanicum. Or the Mechanicus.
Yeah, but not really. But not as crazy. But yeah.
Well, the Mechanicus worship like the machine god because they worship technology as a like kind of divine thing. Like, ooh, technology. Like, how can we have all this cool stuff without technology? Isn't it awesome? We should worship it. I guess it's not exactly the same.
No, it's not the same. I just mean their look, kind of their colorway.
Yeah, I mean they both have a lot of red and black and
Right.
silver elements in their color schemes.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mechanicum has a lot of cybernetic augmentations and robes and stuff like that, whereas the Word Bearers have a lot of deep red, but they're still Space Marine armor. So they
Why
kind
do chaplains exist, though, except for, I guess, in militaries there generally were chaplains? Never mind. I answered
well,
my own
faith is a
question.
big part of the Imperial Creed in Warhammer.
Why?
Like, even though the Emperor said, "Don't worship me," there's still like this overall faith in the Imperium.
Why, though?
No, I'm not very religious, so I don't know. You can still like believe in that as a like moral kind of belief, maybe. There were chaplains in the heresy. There were librarians in the heresy, even though the Emperor said, "Don't worship me and don't do psychic stuff."
librarians?
But there are librarians in Warhammer 40k as well, where the Emperor's not around to be like, "Quit fucking doing that." And if anything, the Imperium got way
Good.
more pious.
I don't
You
like an
feel
emperor
way
that tells
more
me you
pious.
can't have a librarian. That's fucking bullshit. I'm definitely chaos then. Because, like, how can you not say no to librarians? That's stupid. Just saying. Please continue.
Word Bear's Primarch is Lorgar. So he was the first. And they call it, like, I forget exactly what is the. It's like nickname, but it's like the first to fall to chaos or something like that, because he did worship the Emperor. The Emperor said, "Stop doing that." And he basically was like, "Okay, well, I'm going to worship chaos then."
Yeah.
Did it. I think he did it in secret for a while. He's just like, you know what, fuck this. Just openly, brazenly worship chaos. One of his
Hey, Andrew.
like subordinates, Erebus, who's a total asshole. I think he was directly involved with getting Horus to
Do the heresy?
like well, when he got sick and got like corrupted, essentially. Erebus and the Word Bearers were either subtly involved in that, kind of their fault that Horus turned. So yeah, kind of not.
And Dron said, where are you in the galaxy and where are you at? Where are you heading? I'm right here. There's where I am. I'm right here. And, right here. And I don't know where I'm heading. Just
Right
wherever
here.
Brad is.
Right now.
There's no other place I want to be. Yeah. If the guy's gone or not, I don't know.
No, I was singing a
That's
different
right.
song.
Oh. Oh, right here, right now by Van Halen?
It's Fatboy Slim.
Oh, Fat Boys. Oh, well, that's better. That's a better one. Oh my god, that is a good one. Okay, go on. So,
Yeah, so Word Bearers, super
the word bearers, yeah.
zealous jerks.
Yes, and I've been outside the bubble a lot.
Thanks for the heresy. Thanks for the heresy, guys. That was
Yeah.
good times.
Word bearers, so yeah. So their Primarch again is whoever they want. Lorgar. Road to riches type shit, Andrew. What are you talking about? No, I like to travel. Salamanders. This is one that Pi is missing out on. DeLorne isn't here today. So
Vulcan lives!
doesn't
Salamanders are
that's
cool
what he would
guys.
say.
Salamanders
That's
are cool guys.
Okay, so these guys are the ones that have compassion and
Yeah, quite a few Space Marines are
endurance,
just...
blacksmiths, and they
Yeah,
green
they're good artificers. They
No, I'm
make
traveling.
not just good weapons, but kind of good and ornate weapons. So they're very kind of... It's not simply pragmatic. It's also like beautiful craftsmanship and stuff like that too. They're highly regarded as that kind of stuff. They like heat-based weaponry, so flamethrowers, and there's a weapon type called Melta in
Yep.
40k, which is kind of like
Yep.
some extremely high temperature radiation
I
gun.
don't like it. I'd rather have my chainsword, but yes.
That stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, the Primarch's name is Vulcan, so that right there is kind of like, oh, the
Vulcan,
volcano
Star
dude.
Trek. It reminds me of Star
I'm
Trek.
thinking-
Why would they call it?
I'm thinking more like
Well-
the term for volcanoes. and
Yeah, I
things
know,
like that.
but why for salamanders? So where's the name salamanders come from?
Because
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. Maybe because green lizards and living in hot environments, volcano hot, Vulcan salamander. Sure, yeah, print it.
Anything else we want to talk about salamanders since Deloink isn't here to rant about them?
Green armor, like you said, they're compassionate. So out of like a lot of Space Marines,
Why? And they
kind of-
protect
they
citizens
defend-
as well.
They all defend citizens, but
But I mean,
a lot of
they
Space
would-
Marines are kind of dicks about it.
Oh.
Like,
Well, why-
oh, you're just regular humans. You're beneath us. We could, like in that, what's the name of that secret level? That secret level episode where there was
I
Chaos
forget.
Colossus
Where's
fighting. There was like
Deloitte?
four Space Marines fighting a whole bunch of Chaos dudes on motorcycles, and they just beat
Yeah.
the shit out of them with their essentially bare hands. They had swords and stuff, but they kind of killed like hundreds of them with their bare hands. Some loyalist Space Marines are like, you weakling, feeble humans, like,
Sector levels
We
peak,
defend-
says Zendron.
we
Yeah?
defend you, but you're kind of not worth our time. Some Space Marines like look down on humanity like that, whereas the Salamanders are totally like cool bro Marines, which are like, no, like we're a modification of humans. We serve them. It's our duty to save them and stuff. So there's some lore where say there's like a planet's getting blown up by aliens or chaos, some other batch that's going down, and everyone's trying to evacuate. Some Space Marine chapters will be like, fuck this, we're leaving. And they just bail. Whereas the Salamanders might, in that same scenario, be like, no, we're going to stay to the last man to make sure that humans get out. So they're cool dudes.
Cool. Yeah, I saw the secret level because Deloink made me watch it, and he kept recommending it when I started playing Space Marine 2. He's not here tonight, but we have that shared in the Discord, that link.
It's kind of
I've
cool.
watched it. Yeah, it's because I don't like the dreadnoughts being made. And he wanted me to see that because apparently that guy is. It's kind of important for me to see, I guess. Yeah, the way that they went down, right? Wait, or am I confusing two episodes? I don't know. Oh, so salamanders, they're liked. They're very compassionate. They're
Yeah,
good
they're
fighters.
loyalist guys. They were one of the legions that got almost destroyed at Isfahan by the traitors. So that kind of sucked, but there's still enough of them around.
Oh, you mean they are not as Marines?
Hmm?
Oh, okay.
What?
The Raven Guard, which are stealth. What does this say about raptors? I don't know what that means, but anyway, black armor. I don't know.
The Raven Guard have a successor chapter called the Raptors.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what the fuck am I writing the
I think.
raptors down?
I think the Raptors are. I don't know.
Yeah.
I might have to be. Someone correct me on that if you know. I can't. I said that. I'm like, wait, that might not be correct.
It was.
Part of the so first off, they have their armor is almost all black.
Okay.
Like Iron Hands have like a metallic black, and this is like a glossy sheen black. I know
Yeah.
it's not a huge difference, but it is. It's
It
noticeably
makes
different.
all the difference, especially on a hot ring card.
Their Primarch is Corvus Corax,
Oh yeah, we forget.
which is
I've
a
heard that
not
name.
super imaginative way
I've
to
heard
say
that name,
Raven.
though.
Raven. It's Latin for Raven.
Oh,
Raven Guard.
yeah.
Sounds cool until you know that, and you're like, oh,
Oh.
that's kind of a.
so
They could have
cool
tried a
name,
little bit of that. It is kind of cool. Spoiler alert: Ravens and crows are called Corvus.
Oh. There you go.
They're all about stealth tactics, like assassination missions, kind of aircraft and high-speed attacks, but kind of a different how, like, the White Scars are about bikes and cavalry, and that's sort of, like, literal just cavalry but in the future, so, like, riding on horseback, but you're on technological horses, like motorcycles or jet bikes and stuff like that. Raven Guard are more about sneaking around with snipers and jetpack marines and airplanes and that kind of high-speed attack.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's a little bit like thematically different.
Do you see them around at all? Are they played often in the tabletop? Is that what it is, or?
Yeah. I think for the most part, all the legions are kind of well represented. Obviously, some are more popular than others for different reasons.
Like Ultramarines?
Well, honestly, a part of it is they all have different rules. Over the years, there's been different editions of both the Heresy version of the game, which I play, and the 40,000 version, where like the Thousand Suns, for example, because we talked about them turning to Chaos and being blue in the future and red in the past. If you play the two different game systems, they're like their armies are different colors.
Oh, okay.
And they have different rules to represent. This is what they were like as like a psychic army in the year 30,000, and this is what they're like as a mostly dust but still led by a bunch of powerful psychic dudes in the year 40,000. Also, Chaos stuff is with them now because of Chaos. So they play different on the tabletop. That influences, like if they have a bunch of hot shit rules coming out, people will gravitate to the hot shit rules because they'll either do cool stuff or they'll just win more games because they're more powerful. So that obviously has an influence on who plays what legion or chapter.
Ah, gotcha, yeah.
There was quite a long period of time where on the tabletop, some of the chapters and legions didn't really have rules. It was just like, oh, you want salamanders? Just take Space Marines and give them lots of flamethrowers.
I fell too close to the sun again.
Uh-oh, take a shot.
94%. That's the most I've lost in ages. Go on. So then what?
Well, that was just kind of to mention how a lot of the legions are all of the legions are represented, but if I couldn't even guess at which one is like the most popular, for example, or which one is the least popular, because depending on which, like even regional communities, there's some like big variations.
So
I collect 5 of them.
Which 5 do you collect?
Iron Warriors, because that was my first one. And I've collected that for the longest. But I have Salamanders, I have Iron Hands, I have Raven Guard, and I have Thousand Suns. Because I like how they fight on the tabletop. I feel like the Thousand Suns, that whole tragedy of getting attacked by the Space Wolves when they were just... Magnus didn't do nothing wrong. He was trying to warn his dad. And they all got stabbed in the face by a bunch of wolves. I kind of like that story, so that drew me to them. And the Iron Hand Salamanders, Raven Guard got the shit kicking at Istvan, so that kind of they kind of have that camaraderie between the 3 of them, where like we all almost died, but we fought out of that shithole ambush, and we might not have been doing so hot for very long after that, because we suffered so many casualties, but that the tragedy brought us together and we're friends now. So there's a little bit of that, but there's also animosity. Like some of them think, like, oh well, because of how you escaped that ambush, some of our guys died when they could. Like, we could have been working together a little bit more. So there's some animosity there. I mean, this is all like a made-up history, so take of that as you will. But I kind of like the story itself.
Yeah,
builds a good narrative.
Good. I think he's getting coffee now. Are you getting coffee?
I'm getting a beverage that is not coffee.
Oh, what kind of beverage? You gotta share with the class. It's a beer, isn't it? It's a beer.
Yeah.
Tell us what kind.
It's
not
Stella.
Sponsored. It's Stella. What is it? Stella Anguassa. What is it called? Stella what?
I'm going to call it that now.
What's it called?
Stella Artois.
Stella Artois. Okay. I haven't
it's
seen
Belgian.
it. Yeah. I just know I used to have a friend named Stella, and I thought Isn't that funny? She okay.
Was she a beer?
No, she was a cool chick though. She was cool AF. We used
So
to
yeah,
live in the
that
bridges
was.
together
Oh, okay.
in the same building.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was cool.
Raven Guard. What else about the Raven Guard?
Shout out to Stella wherever you are.
Yeah. Shout out to Stella. Cheers.
Yeah.
The Raven Guard. I call them sneaky beakers a lot because of the whole stealth kind of
I like stealth in
style of
other
warfare.
games. Yeah.
But the beaky part is because of. So after they got almost annihilated at that ambush site at Isfahan, which is the planet where it happened, during their rebuilding process, the current style of Space Marine armor had a little beak on the helmet where they put additional sensors and things like that. But the physical models and the artwork and stuff in the lore looks like a beak. It's a helmet with a beak on it. I don't know. Maybe they. I mean, it did kind of. The design evolved over the decades that the game has been designed and played. But they look like beaks. They're called beakies. It's just a thing.
It's a thing.
So I like calling them
Pie
sneaky
to make fun
beakies.
of this stuff with you. It's too bad Pie didn't make it tonight. Okay.
Yeah, they can make fun of it later.
He can make fun of it. You guys can talk about it on Discord when you guys are making fun of things. So the 20th one, Alpha Legion, Sabotage and Deception.
Yep, misdirection, all sorts of shenanigans and bullshit
and they're
like
the
that.
ones with the twin Primarch daddies. Yeah.
I guess. I feel like that's more recent lore than I'm like, whatever. How do
Is
you
it
have
really?
two fucking Primarchs? That, back in my day, that didn't exist.
We didn't
I don't
have
remember that
two
being a
daddies.
thing.
You literally did that. We didn't have two daddies back in my day. There was only one daddy. We didn't have these two daddy things. They're the twins. That's
I
funny.
guess. I mean, I didn't say what that
Oh my
Southern
gosh,
drawl.
Roger said back in my day, we didn't have two daddies. There was a dad and a mom. Just kidding. Pride isn't like that. Can I run with it for a minute? No, it's funny.
I just don't. I guess I just don't understand
It is funny. How twins
it's just
make for genes.
it's not about the whole two dads thing. It's about
They have the
it's
same
an
DNA.
It's an overplayed meme about the Alpha and the Omega bullshit. Oh, the Alpha Legion, but they're the 20th Legion. They're the last Legion. Their
And
primar's
then
called
they also have
Alpharius
two, and they have twins,
okay,
which
we get
means
it. We get it. I've learned the Greek alphabet. Congratulations.
the ending in the beginning, the first and the last.
Yes, exactly. So
yeah,
it's like,
I read the Bible. I know what that means. Yeah, that's kind of funny. So I've never heard of the
but at
Alpha
the same time,
Legion story.
it's overplayed.
What were these guys made with the whole Alpha Beta bullshit, or what? When did these guys come in? I'm just
What do
saying.
you mean? When did they come in?
Alpha Legion, the 20th Legion, Sabotage and Deception, and they
Yeah,
why
they were one of the Space Marine legions that was created with all the other ones, and they went into heresy. What do you mean,
why did they like you said? Why did he decide? Okay, for these we're gonna have twin Primarchs. Oh, because the twins aren't what made any of it. They're just the ones that are given the. Are the gene seeds from the individual? Wait, I have a question. Are the gene seeds from the individual Primarchs? I have to, because are the gene seeds part of the Primarchs?
The Primarchs were what the Emperor made to be like, these are my perfect sons, and they're going to lead my armies to conquer the galaxy. And then from their genetic material, he created the legions.
Okay, so
that's why the dad joke
from the dad joke. I mean, yeah, the Primarchs are from the Emperor, and then from the Primarchs are the gene seeds. That make the Legion chapters.
The legions, yes. Yes.
So then the Emperor is their grandpa.
In a way, I guess, yes. I don't think the Emperor's
Grandpa's in a coma on the throne.
Direct lineage? Yeah, kind of.
Okay. So everybody's related. And that's why everybody says brother!
I think it's
because they're all brothers.
Okay. I think it's more that the Emperor, genetically designed the Primarchs. He's not, their progenitor, the Primarchs are the progenitors of their legions.
Okay. But he made them all have gene seeds Wait, so the Primarchs are not from his gene seed? The Primarchs have their own gene seeds for their chapters, or what?
Yeah, I think it's that second one.
Well, so the Primarchs aren't his sons?
I think it's a figurative.
How did he choose
They're
them?
my son. He made them.
He
Like
made them from
genetically
what?
engineered.
Okay, so
Genetic
he did.
engineering. He made them. They're test tube babies. Test tube baby super dads. That's the Primarchs.
Okay, so and then they made their own babies from their gene seed, and we get the gene seed in the
I'm not
gene
sure
stick-
that's not how genetic engineering works, but sure. If you're 5, then yeah, that's where
Look,
Space
where's
Marines
this
come from.
Yeah. Okay, so the 2nd and 11th legions were purged from the records.
Yep.
And we don't know what they were called, or who they are, or why they were like,
Alpha Legion
hey,
has like a weird blue metallic scheme, because we never even mentioned that.
who?
The Alpha Legion, because you're just
Oh.
kind of like, next, moving on.
Blue? They're blue? Weird metallic blue? Are they chaos?
They're totally chaos.
And do they have some pink
Or
on them
are
too?
they?
Or what do you mean?
Well, their whole thing is deception, right? That they
Oh,
use
okay.
mixed direction and stuff. So it's like,
So
are
they
you
could
chaos,
be-
or are you just playing to be chaos to
playing both
fuck with people's
sides.
head?
And to find out
Nope.
stuff?
Maybe you're on your own and you're just using the Imperium when it's convenient, using chaos when it's convenient,
Huh.
dying and dashing all over the place. You guys, calm down.
Has anybody ever dined and dashed in my chat? I've never done it. Who has had the nerve to dare do that to people? Tell me in the comments below if you've dined and
Tip the
dashed.
service industry, jerks.
Yeah, don't be dicks. Or, I don't hardly any. Well, I'm just curious. You can confess here.
Instead of
it's
paying your
fine.
taxes, tip your servers.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
That's how you balance an imbalanced system.
There you go.
Also,
See, now
fuck
we
the
know
banks
what.
while we're at it.
Yeah. Wow. Hey, I thought we weren't allowed to go off topic. Okay.
All right, let's talk about Space Marines. Let's go.
No, we're
What's the
done.
next
We're done.
section?
We made it all the way through. I have no other questions because I didn't use ChatGPT tonight.
You were talking about the 2nd and 11th, and you just kind of...
Yeah, they don't
That was it?
exist. They don't exist. So tell me why they did that, but we kind of touched upon it at the very start. If you want to go into that again, that'd be great. 2 and 11.
I've come across interesting theories about, like, first of all, okay, if half the legions turn traitor, like turn their back on the Emperor, try to destroy humanity, turn to chaos, but we still know about them
Why don't we
and
know
didn't
about
delete
these
them
guys?
from the records, what the hell did number 2 and 11 do that was so egregious that we were like, just erase everything, no one can know about what happened? So that has kind of
What would
been
they have
fueled
done?
the theories about what is worse than humans falling to chaos. Maybe the whole
Trying to
legion
be
was
the
so
Emperor?
genetically corrupt that they just all mutated so fast, and it's like, oh, whoa, cover that shit up. Just throw them all in a ditch and burn them or some shit. You know what I mean? Cover that shit up.
Like an atrocity, like a genocide.
Well, the fact that they were so either like mutated or
Women,
maybe
or...
maybe
Just
yeah. Okay, calm.
I'm just-
Get that shit out of your mind for a
I'm just
second.
saying, I'm just
There's
saying.
no fucking weird motives here.
I know. I'm just wondering, like, there could be
Yeah,
more
well,
to it.
don't do that.
I won't do that, but I'm curious what they're.
Not trying to be like
I know.
that.
I know. I'm just curious. That's what some of the theories
talking
are.
about Space Marines, so you must be anti-women because you haven't
No.
mentioned that yet. Like, all right, calm
No,
down.
no. I'm not.
Uh,
I'm just kidding.
So yeah, maybe they all got corrupted by chaos, like way too fast, like almost instantly. Chaos is just like, give me that. They're all demons or mutants or something, so it could have been that.
Or they could have been too powerful, and they were afraid that they would take over.
Or yeah,
Or
it could have
too
been
smart.
too powerful or too yeah,
smart.
somehow kind of like, oh, these guys are too good. We have to take them out before they fuck our shit up. Could have been some psychic thing, but not like the Thousand Suns. It was almost like they were kind of benign but dangerous. Like, say they could just explode into warp rifts, or demons could fly out of them, or they were basically a danger with their psychic abilities, so they had to be taken out. Maybe they were too friendly to aliens.
Oh, sex with
Or are they
aliens.
allied with aliens? And it's like, well, no, because we're trying to take over the galaxy. Don't be doing that. What are you talking about? Or some kind
Wait,
of,
do they
say, an alien parasite infected them, and they all became like weird zombie marines.
do
They're
they
like, whoa.
start out as babies or are they grown?
I
Marines.
think they're like an accelerated growth thing,
Okay.
like
So
all
I'm
the Boba Fett clones, and then they just get put under like extremely rigorous and quasi-lethal training. And it's like, hey, if you make it, you can be a space marine, maybe.
okay. We got a question from Stingerman. He said, "Do you two have
Question
a
from the
favorite
audience.
Do you two have a favorite chapter?" I don't.
I want a serious answer first.
I don't
Listen,
know yet.
Of the 18 we've mentioned and the 2 that are totally dead, do you have a favorite out of... I mean, you've already mentioned that you kind of like the Ultramarines, but that's, I think, because
I
you
don't
don't
really. No, I mean the Dark Angels appeal to me, but then also so do the Blood Angels, so do the
Yeah.
Ultramarines. But I don't know.
Did you take, did you take the
Solomon-
test?
The
Did you take the
quiz.
test?
No,
Yeah.
but I was gonna give you the quiz. That's
Fuck
right.
you,
I do.
not taking my quiz.
No, I have one. I have one. No, I have one for you. Oh my God! Thank you for reminding me. Okay.
Okay. Before
Here's
you start
test.
the quiz, I'm not interested in that one. I wanted you to take the one I linked to. It's
I
like
didn't
this
see
will.
what one
This
you
is
linked
some hokey quiz on the Warhammer site that'll like determine what Space Marine Legion you would.
Well, you do yours, and then I'll do mine. How about
I
that?
don't have to because I already play the game. I already picked my legions.
Well, okay. So
I was curious to see what your answer would be because you didn't do it. Well, like,
I didn't see it. You didn't at me, so I've been kind of busy, you know.
Sure, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
I have been. I've been streaming my ass off. Maybe you don't look at my channel, but I've been streaming my fucking ass off, mister. I've been busy. I streamed like 13, 14 hours yesterday alone. I am a busy
Neat.
person. Yeah. Like, and that's not just streaming passively. That's like, talking to the audience and everything, except for my No Man's Sky stream. So, hey. Which Warhammer 40k faction are you? I can do yours, though. But can I do this one first? I want to see what you would answer.
I don't know if you were like, I don't know if you were like reading aloud or you were asking me that.
I'm gonna ask you, how do you solve problems? You guys can answer too. You can put your own letters in the chat. How do you solve problems? A. Overwhelm them with brute force.
Is this like an online thing?
Yeah, I'm sharing with you. B. Strategize and strike.
Just link to it. We can all do it.
No, people won't do it that way. They can engage this way, like we've done before, unless you don't want me to.
I want you to link so people can like do it, and then they can post their results.
People don't do that. People won't do that. That's not what we were doing. We were doing engagement in chat, and where we were going to listen to it. But don't worry about it. I won't do it. Oh, apparently there's Gene Stealer cults. We didn't talk about orcs or Leagues of Votan, Alder. Oh, those are the alien factions. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Imperium of Man.
Yeah, that's like all the regular humans. And the Cadians and stuff. The Cadians are a prime example of the Imperium of Man, not Space Marine.
Yeah, I like them.
Everybody put in the chat if you want to do the quiz. I think everyone doing the quiz and posting the results is better than just a whole bunch of A's and B's and C's and D's in the chat. It's like, well, we don't know what this means.
Well, I mean, they could keep track for themselves to decide at the end what answer they were.
Or we could engage with them and see what their results will be. I think I'm interested in the results.
That's what I was going to do.
Hey, everybody do your test and just DM me the results.
There's also a successor chapter is cool.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because after Gilliman was like, we got to break everything up. That's what the successor chapter is.
So Gilliman was about order and logistics. That's the Ultramarines. Angron is rage and butchery. That's the World Eaters. Magnus the Red, whose name I heard in the video game. Knowledge and psychic power. The Thousand Suns. Leman Russ, the loyalty and savagery. That's the Space Wolves. Rogel
just kill your friends for no reason. That's not cool, man.
Duty and fortification. That's the Imperial Fists. Some were slain. So Ferrus Manus died? ?
Corvus Corvax went missing, and some got ascended to demonhood like Fulgrim.
Yep. Yeah, Ferrus Manus died at this event. Just like I was saying, some of the legions that fought there have some animosity, like, hey, maybe Ferrus would have lived if the Salamanders helped us, so the Iron Hands are kind of pissed off at that. But, yeah, Emperor Children dad killed Iron Hand's dad. And they're still pissed off about it, and kind of rightfully so.
Well, how about more about the Emperor? So, what did he use to create these Primarchs? Besides just gene thing? Didn't he have more to it than that? Like, did he use the warp? Did he use magic?
I mean, maybe part of his, like extreme psychic power was involved with it, but that was...
The warp
maybe
didn't
to
have
help
a lot
protect
to
him
it?
and stuff. I mean, the warp scattered them across the galaxy, and that's why when he started to begin the Great Crusade, and like, okay,
Isn't
first
Corvus in the warp?
version 1 Space Marines, let's go take over the galaxy in the name of mankind. But we have to find your dads first. Shit, that's annoying.
Where did you put the quiz in the Discord, guys?
Which legion would you be, quiz?
Yeah.
I'll just post it up again. Hold on.
No, just find the original. I can share the original one. He said it's in the Discord. I'll just use the original one. I just wanted to know which
Space Marine 2 chat.
which place did you put
the
it
Space
in?
Marine 2 chat.
Okay, I'll copy the link.
Space Marine 2 chat. Literally the last post is in there
Yeah.
that I did
got it.
on the 11th. So you go there, and then a new edition, yada yada yada, and then discover your legion. The big yellow link. But if you keep scrolling down, you can read like a little blurb about the loyalist legions, and you keep scrolling down, you can read about the traitor legions.
Okay. Just, quietly doing it will be.
Which I could have done earlier, but we might have been stricken for copyright infringement. Who knows? Games Workshop's kind of militant about that. Hey, they're doing our stuff.
If you want, you guys could do that. I mean, I guess it's moment of silence.
Well, I can read them as I do them. I just won't tell you my answers until the end.
Okay, sure. Go ahead then. I'm
So
ready.
the first question. Horus, the War Master, has commanded with dark powers and torn the Imperium asunder. How do you view his actions? Option A. Disloyalty is unforgivable, so do you feel like you should punish the disloyal? Or B. Humanity must be freed from ignorance. Do you feel like we should pursue knowledge and investigate alternatives, or just shut up and do what you're told? I'm definitely more of the second one than the first one. Next question. Scans of the battlefield have detected enemy troop movement in an unexplored quarter. How do you respond? Do you scramble the infantry or call an armored support?
I like the
I feel like
image
Siri's asking enough questions about me already that everyone should know that I'm going with armored support 100%. Next question. It seems your enemy has left a vital position vulnerable to counterattack. How do you go about destroying it? Launch covert operations to sever their supply lines and sow discord and confusion? That totally sounds like Alpha Legion. Let's keep reading, though. Advance, slow and steady. Discipline and training will win the day. Maybe. I'm going to keep reading, though. Actually, it'd be better to scramble rapid response infantry units for a raid. So do you prefer covert operations, slow, steady advance, or rapid strike? I think I'm going with the middle one, slow and steady. Just grind them into dust and bones. Reinforcements have arrived. What weapons do they carry? I feel like this is kind of arbitrary because they're both super fictitious science fiction-y space guns. Plasma caliber, so plasma guns. Everyone's kind of familiar with that. Shoots a white hot ball of like million-degree gas at people. Volkite culverin. Volkite, think of like Martian death ray, like Mars attacks, like laser beam kind of weird. I don't know. It's just futuristic sci-fi guns. Pick your poison. I'm going with plasma. Next question. You're fighting an army that's well equipped and committed to their cause. Aren't we all? How do you take them on? Stand strong. Use willpower and the weight of fire to break their resolve and burn them out of their bunkers. That's kind of neat. And then the second one, use your elite units to claim key strategic positions, trusting them to give you the advantage. So, willpower and weight of fire, or elite units kind of strategic strikes. I don't know. I'm probably going to go with weight of fire. Because I
finished mine.
The elite units is kind of cool too. Next question: what do you want supporting your lines? Contempt Dreadnought, which is big stompy robot.
I have different questions than you when I did mine. It did not give me the same questions as you. That's some bullshit.
That's kind of cool. I think if you
I don't like
depending
that
on your
at all.
answers, it will give you different questions.
I don't like that at all.
You can always take the quiz again later. Sakaran Battle Tank. I'm going with tank. Obviously, I'm going to tank. Next question. Would you rather protect the weak and punish the wicked with courage, flames, and fearsome resolve? That totally sounds like salamanders. Or spread twisted doctrines to rouse your allies and subjugate your enemies? That totally sounds like chaos. I like the first one more than the second one, so I feel like I know what my answer is going to be. I was assigned to the salamanders.
I don't like they gave different questions. I
got the salamanders. Yay!
I don't like it they gave different questions, because then, like...
That's been noted. What did you get?
I don't like it. I don't care. I got wolves, space wolves. Are fiercely loyal.
That's because you got a crappy region. They fight with the
fury of a winter storm, destroying the foes of humanity with instinctive aggression and merciless savagery. I mean, I don't really like that it changes the answers depending on what your answers are. So it wasn't something you could really do together. Really, I mean,
if you think so, sure.
Well, okay. I mean, it's good for finding out for yourself, but I mean, I don't know. Like, if the questions change depending on your answers, and if you're already aware of what a legion sounds like, you're going to pick leaning toward the legion you want, you know? I think that's kind of...
that's not how I answered. It was kind of like...
No, but I mean, some people might. Some people might.
I like the legions I like because inherently they have their own ways of fighting that people will align to.
Oh no. So, what did you get? You got Sons of Horus, Stinging Man said. He's laughing. Yeah, he got Sons of Horus.
That's kind of cool. Because I've tried...
Obviously, you're not held to these.
No, you're not obligated. Okay, Sirius has to start a Space Wolves army now. That's the end of that. Stinging Man, you better see some Sons of Horus in the Warhammer section. Yeah. I think it's just like most internet tests where it's just for fun.
It has nice images, so it's kind of pretty. It'd be interesting to answer it differently each time and have it tell me of some other kind of thing every single time.
I mean, I collect the armies I collect because I don't think I've ever gotten Space Wolves or Blood Angels during that test, but I have got other legions and salamanders there, and my answers are typically like, I'm not trying to aim them in specific directions, but it's like, hey, if it came between, do I want lightning strike assaults or tanks? I'm going to pick tanks every single time because that's what I like.
Yeah,
that's what I was asking.
That makes sense. Yeah, I don't play the tabletop, so it didn't really... You do like the Sons of Horus. Well, that's cool, Stinger, man.
That's cool.
Yeah, they got kind of fucked over, as you said, Stinger. Like, that makes sense. I didn't get questions similar to yours, really. So I don't really know why, it kind of... I almost would have preferred, like, a chaos thing. I don't know. Maybe I'll try it again at a different time. See what questions it gives me. If it gives me different questions.
You totally can. I just don't remember, like, if you answer this, you're going to get that as an answer, for example.
So the Chaos God scattered the Primarchs before they matured.
Yes, so the Chaos Gods knew that this was a threat to their, like, oh shit, if the Emperor gets all of his boys together, they're gonna fuck some shit up, and like maybe they'll be too powerful for us to intervene and stop them and stuff. So we don't want that. Chaos shall reign. So they spread them throughout space, then spread them throughout time. Thankfully, that'd be weird. But they basically grew up on these kind of like almost. I think I've heard of it referred to as kind of like the Clark Kent thing, where Superman shows up on Earth as a kid and is raised on a farm in Smallville and shit like that.
Yeah.
That kind of thing happened for each Primarch, so depending on how they were raised, obviously influences their outlook and their life and stuff like that. So there were some Primarchs that grew up in kind of like a hellhole, and it
That
made
affected
them.
them.
Yeah. Some of them grew up as like, noble adoptive parents and things like that, and kind of turned out a little bit better. Like, unsurprisingly, but I think that's a
Superman-inspired thing for sure.
Is it simile kind of how it
Environment
relates to
neutral
each...
versus nature.
Yeah, exactly, because it kind of relates to us, like each and every one of us, depending on how we were raised and our interactions and decisions we have to make. That definitely influences
But all of
how
them have daddy
we see
issues.
things. Yeah, I mean that's kind of goes without saying, I guess. If you have an 8,000-year-old psychic god as a dad,
Yeah.
So
He's so
kinda-
distant, you know? He's really...
never calls, else he's almost dead.
Yeah, unless he's almost dead. But,
Playing
so they
this
were...
with his Webway games.
So the one Primarch that leads the Imperium today is Gilliman. He was resurrected in the 41st millennium. Okay, so why was he the one that was the one to lead the Imperium? And he was resurrected, so he was dead before? Or, I mean, put to sleep or whatever?
He
Cryo?
was in stasis for quite a bit. So
Why?
Okay. I know you mentioned a couple things like
Gilliman's
a
mentioned
brief,
in the
a
game.
brief overview of the Primarchs, where the Chaos ones, for the most part, turn to Chaos and they turn into demon gods. They reside in the Eye of Terror, being Chaos people. Conrad Kurz got taken out by an assassin
Why?
because the Imperium was like, "Go kill that fucking guy. He's a Chaos traitor Primarch." You know, it was just kind of like a straight up assassination concept. His enemies wanted him dead. It worked. Sanguinius got killed by Horus.
Oh.
Ferris got killed by Fulgrim.
Why?
Because they were on opposite sides. Sanguinius was fighting with the Emperor to try to stop Horus, and the Horus went, "Fuck you, Sanguinius," and killed him. In hand-to-hand combat at the end of the Heresy. And Fulgrim killed Ferris on Istvan when the Emperor's children and other traitor legions ambushed the Iron Hands and Salamanders and Raven Guard. I think Vulcan disappears, so they don't know where he is, aka the people that make the tabletop game probably want to bring him back, but they're still riding that mystery wave. Ooh, when will he return and all this and that. So I don't remember if we know what he's up to, just that he disappeared and Vulcan lives, he shall return kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some Primarchs might return.
Rogel Dorn, so the Imperial Fists Primarch, is not dead. I don't remember where he is either. I think he did the same kind of, I'm going to go into fucking chase Chaos and kick the shit with them. I'll be back. Don't wait up. Korax, I think, did the same thing. So the Raven Guard Primarch. So there's two Loyalist Primarchs that basically said, "Hold my beer, I'm going to go fucking kill some Chaos people, those motherfuckers." And they went after them. And nobody's heard from them since, but they're probably not dead. Gilliman, I think, got poisoned by like a knife attack, kind of almost killed him. And before he, well, not so much before he died, but he wasn't killed. He was put into stasis to kind of figure out how the hell to save him. And he was recently brought into stasis. I think Eldar helped figure out how to save his life. That's why the whole joke about Eldar booty and all that. And that's why Gilliman's alive in the 41st millennium. Lionel Johnson, or the Lion, the Primarch for the Dark Angels, he came back from basically doing that same kicking the shit out of Chaos for a while thing.
Yeah, he's part of the Dark Angels, right?
Yeah. So Dark Angels back. I'm trying to go down the list that you started earlier. So Dark Angels, number 1, the Primarch came back. Number 2, Mystery, don't know. Number 3, Emperor's Children, Fulgrim, Demon Primarch lives in the Eye of Terror. 4, Iron Warriors, Perturabo, Demon Primarch lives in the Eye of Terror, being a grumpy guy. 5, White Scars, Jagged Icon. I think he's another, like, he's off doing stuff, but we don't know where he is. Probably not dead, ... question mark. 6 was Space Wolves, Leman Russ, same kind of scenario. We stopped doing angry loyalist stuff, killing Chaos. We probably think he's going to come back, ... question mark. 7 Imperial Fist, Rolgadorn, same thing. Gone, MIA, killing Chaos, probably back later.
White Scars seem pretty cool, so sting them in. There you go.
White Scars are cool. They kind of had a like a hesitant kind of stance on the whole heresy, like, well, we don't really agree with either side. We'll just not so much sit it out, but they're like, we're not going to decide immediately. We're going to wait, and then when the Horus started to do some other crazier shit and that stuff, they're like, okay, yeah, we're going to be with the loyalists now. So where was I? Rolgadorn. I can't remember what the 8th Legion is. You still have your list? Who's the 8th Legion?
And they like motorbikes. White Scars. You like that they like motorbikes. Yeah, who doesn't like a motorcycle, right? So
anyway, for the most part, all the Chaos Primarchs went to the...
covered them all.
Hmm?
They went to the what?
They're... like, they ascended to demonhood and are demon Primarchs, except for Conrad Kurz, who got assassinated, the Night Lord's guy.
Sucks to be him. So what do they follow now? The people who followed him just are randomly...
The Night Lords and World Eaters are both Chaos, and even though, like, so, Night Lords Primarch is dead, World Eaters Primarch is alive, but both of their legions basically fragmented into, like, savage, douchebaggy, murderous warbands just run around doing whatever the hell they want. There's no overall, like, structure to them.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I wonder if they'll add more of these guys into the next Space Marine game. I'm kind of curious. Do you think... I
feel a lot of the Loyalist Primarchs are still like, hey, we don't know what they're doing, because people suspect they're going to get models in the future.
Oh.
Because in the recent past, I think since like 2016, all the Demon Primarchs went from, yeah, they're in Chaos doing their own thing, to now they have giant models. Magnus Mortarion, Angron, and Fulgrim all have giant models for the tabletop game in like full demon mode, doing demon stuff.
Stingerman says, do you think the Primarchs that went into the warp will come back as baddies?
I have read things about Korax. Some kind of weird thing about how, like, he spent so much time in the warp, he might be some weird demon bird, but I don't really get that. A lot of them are... I feel like it's a mix between that would kind of go against the grain of you're a good guy, or there's some kind of like other, their kind of morality or psychic power or whatever is good enough to kind of protect them, or if they felt like that they were starting to succumb to the warp, they would get out. Kind of like you could be good at swimming, but if you feel like you're drowning, you're probably going to come up for air, sort of like an analogy like that. So they'd probably do something to not fall to chaos.
Or the whole, what is it, hostage syndrome, Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, I don't think so. I feel like part of it is they kind of leave it open-ended so they could if they wanted to. I think it pissed a lot of loyalists off. Oh yeah, by the way, your dad went to go fight Chaos and he came back as Chaos. Like, what the fuck?
Well, there's the idea that something might happen with the Emperor if he comes back. What will he come back as? I mean, he was made forged from 1,000 souls?
Grey Knights was saying, get the hell back in your chair.
You think so? What if he's so powerful that he, psychically he uses whatever's in the warp?
Maybe. Why didn't you do that already?
And John said baddies is in hot, sexy people, or like actual baddies is in bad guys. He means bad guys, not hot, sexy people. Glory to the Emperor or something. I don't know any 40k, says Endron. Well, have you ever played? You should try out Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. It's pretty fun if you're into those types of games. That's where my interest has started in it. But Brad's like an old tabletopper player. So That's a different experience. Although I've learned something about something about some of this stuff from playing Space Marine 2.
Space
Marine looks references.
Cool. Yeah, really they're obviously riding off the cultural phenomenon that is Warhammer, and the game has definitely made it more popular and put it into the zeitgeist. So.
Yeah, and it's gonna be another game, third game. I don't know. It's pretty good. I'm curious if they'll add more yeah, you can tell he's a veteran, says Endron. Well, Endron, usually we have somebody like Pi in the chat as well who is super geeky about it too. Like there's
Pi was making an Iron Warrior for me. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, he did. And you didn't really give him much love back. I was kind of like, what's good that bro love? He took all that effort to make you, so I didn't see much love back. I was like, oh. It must be awkward for guys to do nice things for each other sometimes, I guess. It's like, oh, thanks for the thing. It's like, they were seriously, they were in the Discord just doing Warhammer love notes to each other, but not like that. It's not like that. I just meant geeking out over all sorts of lore stuff, just talking about stuff that the rest of us common people who aren't into it yet had no idea what they were talking about. That's all quiet now. Just saying, it was a lot. It was really exciting to watch them go back and forth about it. And then they stopped one day. They just stopped, probably because of the Amazon stuff. I figured it was that. He's Deloink is super passionate about the Amazon affecting the universe, and I think some of us are sometimes.
I mean, you could just take Warhammer out of that equation, and all this kind of bullshit pandering to social needs to totally fucking ruin a story ruins a lot of IPs, and they should just stop that.
Yeah, but also, I mean, it's all fantasy and.
But I just said you could take the Warhammer part out of that and put it into any other scenario,
Oh yeah.
The whole woman James Bond thing is an example. Instead of trying to make a female James Bond, just make a totally new franchise where it's a woman. That'd be totally cool.
There's some really cool ones, and they could do that. Exactly. I agree. Yeah. I'm slowly learning the lore since Space Marines. I've gone down the rabbit hole. Singing Man says, "Yeah, I need to." And that's what's cool about it is that I like games like that. Or if I'm going to play video games, they either send me down into the lore rabbit hole like that one did. I got really excited about Helldivers for a bit, but then they stopped giving me much lore. I kind of got a little And then you play a game like Space Marine 2, which has all that lore with it, and you're like, oh, whoa,
yeah, that's what captivates me, because it's because I'm sure other people in the chat played Battlefield or Call of Duty or a more. It's just a military shooter game or some kind of.
Well, now the Battlefield 6 betas out right now. They're all excited about for now.
Don't pre-order. But just to say, there's a bunch of games that were extraordinarily popular, and people were trying to read up on lore about the M60 grenade launcher or the M16 machine gun. People are reading about what's a word bearer.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool.
So the fact that there's that aspect of it,
nostalgically,
people want to learn about it.
Yeah, and I
Well, not
think
even
that's
nostalgia,
cool.
but there's actually
No,
something to
I
learn
was
about.
about to say, for me, nostalgically, it makes me miss when I read a lot of fantasy novels and sci-fi novels and books, and when I would get into all that stuff. Like, that's what I kind of liked about the game, and us talking about the lore, because it reminds me of how, when I was interested in stuff like that, how you, like, especially being a Tolkien fan, how fun that was to be into that. And you lose a lot of that
Yeah.
when you're just, like, gaming. Although I'm glad for No Man's Sky right now, because I'm enjoying the building aspect of it and the exploration. So, like, I mean, that's a different brain activation for me. But, yeah, I mean, the lore thing is great. As Sigmund says, your last podcast got me into it even more. And that's the hope. Like, I think it's cool. Like, if you're going to play the video game, and they're referencing things in the video game, like, now I understand Gilliman is the Primarch of the Ultramarines, and blah, 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 blah. And
Yeah. They keep talking about it, but who is this guy?
Yeah, and, like, the reference that haunts me because of the Dreadnought, Valis, like, is quite a character for me, personally. And so, like, knowing he mentions Magnus by name, and that Magnus is a chaos god, and, like, interesting that these things happen. Now you know, like, that there's backstory and that there's lore, and then knowing Chiron was, like, what, put in a cryo a long time ago.
That's
sort of
weird.
stuff.
I don't understand that, because he mentioned something about Kalth, right? You were there on Kalth, I think,
Yeah.
is what someone was asking him, and it's
Yeah.
like that. That was one of the battles in the Heresy where the Wordbearers attacked the Ultramarines.
Yeah. He
But it
was
happened
put to sleep.
10,000 years before, like, Space Marine 2 happened. So what do you mean you were just
Yeah, he was just
chilling in
woken up.
stasis for?
Yeah. I know, right? Weird,
But
eh?
it's just out of place. Like,
Well, they
I
did
don't-
it so that he would have that emotional connection to what was going on, I guess.
I mean, a lot of Space Marines just hate chaos because they know of them. Like, oh yeah, these are traitor brothers. That's enough to fucking
His
viciously
was that
hate them.
he witnessed when he was a child or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, I think that's interesting, though. That kind of stuff, though, that kind of story lore, if it leads you down the path of, you know, getting interested in story as a structure, like story as a fantasy, like learning.
I agree. I just think they could have done it better. Like,
No, I'm
made
saying
it
overall.
made it more accurate in that he could have grown up on like an Ultramar planet that gets attacked by chaos, and it's not like an explicit reference to something that happened 10,000 years ago. That's what is. It's just a timeline. It's not actually what happened. It's when it happened. It's like, that makes no sense.
I think it's also neat when they, you know, just get you curious about stuff in a story. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And the fact that people would be passionate enough about it to debate it is neat as well. You know?
It reminds me of like people that are fans of sports teams.
Yeah.
You have this like strong but ultimately kind of like, what's your attachment to cheering for one team and hating their like rivals? Like, what?
Yeah, and you guys
'Cause you-
have
'cause you
favorite
move-
chapters.
Because you move to a certain city and that's the home team, and now you hate the team that kind of they have a rivalry with. Like, why do you hate another city and their sports team? So that kind of
So it does make you
Same
sound
thing.
all silly, exactly, but it's the same thing. And it's that passion that I kind of like. I like that people are passionate about it. And I like
Yeah.
that there's going to be another Space Marine game that they're going to work on, that they care about it. That's why I'm into No Man's Sky right now. Not to mention it all the time, but I know that they care about their game, you know? And
Yep.
and that's starting to matter to me more and more now as I play. I'm looking for games to either have something more to them, and to where they care about the people who they don't care. I know they want our money, but I mean, they care about what they're creating.
they can care about what they're creating and want our money and
Yes.
be cool about it, like
Yeah.
Hello Games.
Yes, exactly. Like that's
And not EA, and not like EA. Do you hear me, EA? You killed Maxis. I'll never forgive you for that, jerks.
there. There you go. I have no idea what he's talking about, but there you go. See,
Max has created SimCity, and the EA bought them and made SimCity
Oh God,
bad.
remember SimCity, the original one that we play on PC? I mentioned it to people. I'm telling you, I loved that game. The original SimCity, I believe it was called SimCity, right? Played it on
Yeah.
my PC. I fucking loved that. I played that for hours.
I still
And
play 3000 Unlimited because I have a copy of it.
Is it any good though? Because like,
Yeah,
Here's-
that was
here's-
before they ruined it.
here's the thing. I love SimCity, and I think what you guys are seeing click for me recently in No Man's Sky is I'm getting back that feeling of, which I couldn't get in Rockstar Creator on GTA because I was no good at that. I'm starting to get that feeling of building something and enjoying that kind of imagination thing. Although SimCity was go, like, if you guys know, you know. You have to be old though to know. So I'm sorry, not old
Yep.
but older. You know, that was so fun, and then you could just ruin it all with a monster if you wanted to. Or
Oh no, Godzilla and UFO attack. I'm bored with this city. I'm not going to call the fire department at all.
No, they're just, guys, look it up. Yeah, I bet you they'll eventually just let you be able to play the whole game in a freaking browser window. I mean, haven't they been doing that?
Gross.
They've been, I know, I don't do any of that, but haven't they been doing that just to show us, hey, you know, now these games that you used to love, that were such a big deal, we can just put as a little thing in the browser for you. You can play it. So it's so minuscule in size, and you thought it was such a big deal. I'm like, oh, I mean, that's cool, but it's not the same thing. It's not the same experience. Anyway,
Wait, good progress. How's the economy going? Have you fixed the economy yet? No. Oh, okay.
I think the economy is the least of our worries now. But hey, thanks for telling us about chapters and Primarchs. What's our closing wrapping up for this one? I appreciate those
wrapping
that
up? Okay.
listened. Yeah, I appreciate those that came out and listen. If you're listening to this on replay, I'm sorry I'm tired. I ate a big, like, not final, man, that sounds so dark. Oh, that's the other thing I love about Space Marines is the grim dark. I like it that it's dark a bit. You know what I
It's
mean?
kind of a deliberately horrible, depressing
Southern
kind of
Canada, right?
satire.
Yeah, and I kind of like that. I mean, oh my gosh, and I get it that the artwork's probably beautiful when you play the game and all that, but that's the other thing I love about Space Marine 2 is that it's such a beautiful game. Like, as far as the architecture and the just the way they design it in that gothic, dark, macabre
Yeah.
fantasy.
It's like the architect that made Notre Dame is like, you're going to go into space and design everything now. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
The spaceships, our landing craft,
Yeah.
our bases, our gun turrets, everything.
Yeah.
It's going to have
freaking
little
cool.
cherubs and spires and skulls all over it. Yes.
Yeah, and I dig that shit. I love that a lot. So that's been, you both bring an entertaining twist to lore, says Damon. And then there's me being annoying. Thanks. Yeah, I had a big meal before this, so I kind of like, you know, I didn't even know I make it. I didn't even know I was going to make it. But I am interested in the stuff. And thanks, Brad, for keeping me in check, as always, on the, on the space.
Did you want to talk about any... Because we only mentioned the original Legions. Did you want to talk about any, like, successor chapters in that?
He's like, don't go yet. Well, I'm going to put my legs up for this one. I'm going to lay my feet up. And you can tell me while I do a few more jumps then. Yes. Tell
I
us.
just didn't know if you wanted to talk about that.
Well, I do. You know, I do. But I am going to, like, relax a little bit. Because I almost got to, you know, I got to dip. I was going to talk longer, then I was like, oh my goodness, I'm wiped out. And every time I mention No Man's Sky, I hear it going, we're still here waiting for you, you know?
Sirius wants to go and play No Man's Sky.
I do when I wait. That or go to sleep, one or the other, you know? Yeah. But I do want to hear about what you just mentioned, because what the hell's that about? You said there's more chapters? Or whatever?
Yeah, like after the heresy and Gilman said, okay, so that doesn't happen again. We gotta break everything up. So one Primarch or military commander can't control such a huge number of troops. They split up the Space Marine legions into chapters. And his decree was that they wouldn't number over 1,000 Space Marines per chapter.
Oh, I knew about that. That was, for some reason, that fact's been in my head since playing Space Marine 2.
So,
I don't know why.
like a lot a large legion like the Ultramarines that probably had like several 100,000 Space Marines in them at the end of the Heresy
It's
would
broken apart.
make potentially hundreds of chapters.
So where are they? How do you? No, don't list off a bunch of chapters.
Well,
But
okay,
how
so
will people
for
know?
one, they're not all. I think they're deliberately not all documented to have some. There's that like narrative mystery again, but at the same time, it lets tabletop players
Make
creative
their
and make up their
own.
own. Hey, I want like
They
I
can
don't
be like,
want
I'm a Space Marine.
to vigorously research something to make sure it fits. There's deliberate kind of narrative holes so that I can make up something and it'll just fit comfortably just as well.
Do you think there's a lot of people that cross it? Like, I'm a Blood Angel Ultramarine, and I'm a this or that. And do you think some people cross the streams?
Maybe, but that's the Warhammer equivalent of Infinity +1 to win an argument when you're like 5.
Yeah,
And
but
then
do you
people are
think
like,
people
yeah,
do that? I'm a Space Wolf Blood Angel. Oh my god, we've got Twilight.
Like I'm saying, you can say that, and it narratively doesn't make any sense. People are like, okay, come back when you're like.
No, but they could do it because they could be like, but I'm a hidden chapter. You can have Space Marine Wolf, the Wolf one with the Blood Angel, and then you got Vampires and Wolves, and you got Twilight.
No.
Yes. Yes, you would. Didn't you do it? Yeah. Technically, you can, right?
I think Sirius is going to either play No Man's Sky or go to sleep.
I think he's saying the podcast is done. But I have to scan 2 things. You gotta let me scan 2 things first. Oh, man. I think it's funny. You know what? Somebody listening does think it's funny. I am sure of it. Just because you don't find it funny because it's making fun of your precious Warhammer. I'm telling you, somewhere out there, it's somebody who's done it. They've done it, and you have to accept it, Brad.
I can accept that it doesn't make any sense.
But
cool. You do you then, I guess.
Or they work together. Like, there's gotta be... Wait, I have a question. So I know it's near the end of the podcast, and I know it's not serious, but we're allowed to not be serious at the end. Do you think some people play with those like we used to with our G.I. Joes and Barbies and She-Ras? We just mix them all together and they have these like storylines, you know? I'm just wondering, do people do that with their tabletop guys or not? I need to know. Or is it all just serious business with you adults?
I don't know exactly what you're asking. Like, do people play with their
Barbies
and Warhammer at the same time?
And G.I. Joe and She-Ra. Yeah, we used to mix all our toys together, and they'd all play in this whole world together back when we had imagination. When we made our own things, and we didn't just play the games that were sold to us, commercialized to us. We played we did. I mean, those were gifted to us because commercialism. But, I mean, when we made up our own games with all those different toys back when we had imaginations, remember? You never did that? When I was a kid, he'd bring out G.I. Joes and all that.
I know what you're talking about.
Well, yeah. Well, do you think people do that with Warhammer? And
probably
maybe
not,
they make Warhammer with World of Warcraft or whatever other tabletops are out there. Do you think that happens?
I'm sure it's possible.
I just need to know. Look. Yeah, 152 jumps left. Yep. You never know, Endron. You'll never know if I make it to the carrier without dying with 94% hull, which is really bad for me because usually I don't. Maybe I'll have 98% at most. I don't generally fall into the sun that much. But if we did this every Friday, like the next episode would be about science, right? Space?
Sure.
Genetic engineering in space? No, that was fantasy-like, wasn't it? We haven't really... I don't know.
What?
I don't know. If you're gonna do that again next week, I don't know. Are we having an episode next week? It won't be Warhammer, guys. You don't want to miss science episode? Yeah, okay, just before we go, Endron, we have actually done I don't know if you're pretending to be excited or actually excited, because I'm telling you that link that I put post at the top. The last episode, we discussed exoplanets. We've discussed galaxies. We've discussed megastructures and the stars. We've discussed the solar system, war in space, space junk, black holes, colonizing space, communication in the far future, colonizing space some more, interstellar exploration, the moon, space travel, and space holes. So, like, that link at the top, whether you're pretending to or you're seriously interested, if you are interested, Endron, hey, click at the list of the Let's Discuss podcast playlist.
Are you talking to Angron?
Endron. So
Oh,
that's all the shit I love. Well, if it really is, I mean, then you're in the right place. Tonight was just a little off because we had like a week break, a month break, a break off, right? Like this is the 20th episode. We've had a break for about a month. We were on a break. Yeah. Well, I hope it's stuff you love, because that's what we do with this is go back and forth. So like one episode would be more sciencey, and Brad would nerd out, and so would the chat, and then the next episode would be a bit more like, well, what if we colonized space, and what if we did this or that, and then we decided we were gonna kind of tie our what if sciencey kind of episodes, sci-fi, into like some of the things we're interested in. And he suggested aliens, or my passion for Stargate, aliens or Stargate or whatever, which we will probably eventually do. But the first thing that came to my mind was Space Marines, because and Warhammer, because he's into Warhammer, the tabletop, and I'm playing Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2. So, and it's connected to space, right? Like, technically, talking about
kind of a
these
space marine with a space.
Yeah. You're
Just
hitting
be a
notifications.
marine,
Turn on notifications. That's fantastic. Thank you. Thanks for subscribing. If you subscribed as well. Yeah. No. This will be Fridays at 7. Next time I won't leave it to the next minute and do what I did tonight. But we'll be I'll be prepared. I'll even be able to read my writing better next time. Brad, you did great coming back. By the way, you came back. That's how far Brad is from where I am right now. Technically, we've been further away. I mean, that's only 6,596.75 light years. You're not that far away. Where are you on the... Oh, shit.
It should be like a little green rectangle.
Wait.
I think I have like 96 jumps left.
I have 152. I fell a lot to the sun. Is he in game 2? Yes. We're both in the same thingy. We're both on console though. So
Yeah, because you're in like the squadron thing, right?
Yeah. Yep. We are playing in a closed squadron, so that we don't get shot out of the sky. We're explorers. Me and Brad are explorers. Not well. I mean, he can combat. I do not. I just explore. I get maps. We're big into maps. You could play along, though, in your own place if you want to take the coordinates and be somewhere. I just won't see you. I'm pretty stupid, but I'm not going to be stupid about this. I'm not going to get shot out of the freaking sky during an episode.
You can always do a meet at a, like, say you landed a carrier, and then close the game, and then open up the game and, like, open, for example, and meet people that aren't in the server, and if they kill you, well, you're going to respawn right there, and you didn't lose anything because you just left the spaceport. It'll still be a dick move, don't do that, but if you're paranoid about getting killed, that's a way to be like, well, you killed me, but it doesn't matter. No, I'm never going to join you again. Banned.
Yeah. Oh, no, Andron, you played the long game that you were just going to say you were sharing. You were just going to say, I'll do graphic design for your channel. Please don't tell me you were that person, Andron. That was a long game if that's what you actually were doing. Hey, I see your cover art and your logo isn't good. I make that. I sell it for whatever. Oh gosh, I really hope you weren't that, because that was a long game, Andron. Kudos to you if that was you. No, it's okay. I like my Bitmoji. Actually, it's what it's good for now. It's identifiable, and people know my channel, and I'm cool for now. I like my channel. It's been growing, and I've done all right. Hmm. Yeah, but that's nice of you to offer. Um. Hmm. I thought, oh gosh, I didn't know they would go that long there. But if you really are interested in the space stuff, yeah, that's a good podcast. We're okay sometimes. Um, because that's cringe. You made yourself sound like one of those advertiser ones, that would come in and be like, "Hi, this is so great. Your game's good. Oh, I play this sometimes. By the way, I see that you're an artist. Do you need a graphic art design to have for your channel?" That's what it comes off as, and I saw that on Twitch all the time. Thankfully, I don't see it on YouTube too often. Anyway, Andron, it's okay. Help! And just like this, a delay. Help! It's too late, Andron. You've come too far. It's too late. That's what happened. That's what happened. Now, Andron, unless you're coming back to the community, the podcast, you're gonna be noticed. The advertiser. Anyway, I've ended off here. Hyperspace jumps. How many hyperspace distance jumps have you done, Brad? In total?
Like in the Codex thing?
Yeah.
I gotta check. Hold on.
He's got a lot of time in this, whereas I do not. I'm at 5,028 total hyperspace jumps.
So what happens when you don't play Hot Ring?
Hey.
Total distance, you said?
Yeah. Hyperspace jumps.
Total jumps?
Yeah. Hyperspace jumps, yeah.
27,433.
Yeah. Brad got a head start on me. I was playing this a lot before, but then, Anyway, thank you. Do you have any
I used to lead group expeditions in the game, so
yeah.
It was my thing to be a tour guide.
Then they got obsessed with their space legs and the end, right?
I guess. Like, the game still works fine for me.
I know. Are they discontinuing stuff for us on, like, we have nothing? Like, as in, like, do they do patches and stuff still for... Is there nothing to do do they do absolutely nothing on this for play console?
I kind of hope they don't, because that means they won't fuck it up.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Anyway, thanks for watching. I think I stopped this before we could talk about more, but I wanted to go along. This was as long as I could go. It's 10:30 p.m. and Brad, thank you for talking about chapters and Primarchs. I now understand a bit more about them.
It's a lot to. I mean, there's a lot in the.
Oh.
Not just the history of that, but the game has a lot of shit to talk about. So.
But this technically would have tied into another fit. If we did, how we were going to do genetic genetic manipulation for outer space at one point in an episode. Mm-hmm. This whole Space Marines thing, would have been a great example of that kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, this was kind of like we talked about the original Legions, mm-hmm. and explain like the history of the Ultramarines and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But making a Space Marine is kind of like it's a pretty intense genetic engineering roller coaster.
Yeah. So
Space Marines aren't humans; they're like engineered killing machines.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. So there you go. In the future, if we ever get to that episode where we are pondering about the possibility of what we'd have to do to be able to survive in space or on different worlds, or to survive long travel, or how we might be modified if we were in space, and how other planets would affect us, we'll be able to discuss that from a science-y exploration view. There's so much more lore to the 40K universe. Yeah, there is, Stinger Man. And unfortunately, I don't want to make this the let's discuss Warhammer every week podcast, because we're not. No, not yet, right? So we do want to get back to science, right? For next episode, Brad, right? 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 Space? Right? Right?
Sure.
What, oh, that didn't sound like he sounded like he could talk about Warhammer every single week. No.
It just sounded like a loaded question.
Well,
I don't know how to answer that.
Well, just like I was hoping we would go back to science again.
So it's kind of like it's relevant what I answer. We're going to go back to science.
Unless you wanted
Back
it.
to science.
Well, I thought we were going back and forth. I thought that's what we were going to go. Yeah, it's nice to mix it up, says Stinger Man. Yeah, I think so. We'll find out, I guess. I mean, we did get Brad going, though. He does love Warhammer. Thanks for being here, guys, and thanks. I hope if you're listening to this later on, you can comment and let us know about what we got wrong or what you want to hear more about. Or
Put your favorite chapters in the Warhammer chat section of the Discord.
there you go. Yeah, if you're in the Discord, which I just shared the link to. And yeah, I appreciate those that have subscribed. And any support you've given the channel has meant a lot to me. So thank you. And thank you, Brad, for taking time out of your evening to be the voice that everybody wants to listen to on this podcast. Good night. Is that you want to say goodbye?
Yeah, bye everybody. Thanks for joining us. That was kind of weird to have graphic arts salespeople knock on the door, but yeah.
Yeah, but maybe they'll come back and they'll be actually into the science. So you never know. Maybe we'll have a science graphic designer next week in the chat. So thanks for coming by, and thanks Daniel for holding it down, and thanks to Callie and anybody else who showed up as well, and to the quiet lurkers we had. Appreciate you guys giving the views. I hope you enjoyed all of it. So, and if you didn't, that's fine too. Okay, I'm going. I used to say something. What did you used to say, Brad? At the end of the podcast.
Bye everybody.
Oh. It's something about how his planet needs him, but I can't do it the same way.